back.
Yay! I think then we're just waiting for Johnny to get back upstairs. Or wherever it is he goes.
Into the sea.
Into the
Yep,
sea.
I can be here.
Alright.
You know, we're getting some lobster before we leave, right?
Lobster.
Hopefully.
How much
Alright.
O2 did we say we had?
About 50 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're getting pretty close.
Just thinking maybe we don't worry about the lobster on the way out, but that's just me.
You've never met Arachne.
I have met Arachne several times. I'm sure it's a top ingredient for her.
Shall I hit enter?
Yeah, go ahead and hit enter. Everyone roll me your willpower plus your body.
Oh no. Wait, no, that's better.
Oh,
Ooh, Johnny!
I'm getting a little tired.
Get a little tired. A little cold. It's rough down here. You will take 1 stun damage, Johnny.
Okay.
I just managed to soak it. So. Alright, you guys dive down the hole. What's our marching order?
Up the hole?
Up the hole. Sorry, up the hole.
I'll lead the way.
Alright, Nick.
I think we'll maintain the same marching order. So Nick, Arachne, me, Cam.
Yeah. Call it good. You begin swimming up the hole, Nick. You swim for about 2 or 3 meters. About 3, a little less than 3. You get up the hole, and you hit sort of a ceiling, and you see the hole kind of does this half curve, and so you follow that curve, and it takes you about another 2 meters, and then the curve goes down, and so it's almost like a U, and you start swimming back down. You get all the way to the end, and it very slowly curves out to a more smooth face. As you get to that point, you see that there is a hole going down. And how long does your glow stick last, Johnny?
I am unclear. I will quickly look that up.
Okay, that's probably longer than 10 minutes, we'll say. So you see straight in front of you, Nick, is a glow stick. And then it's probably about 4 meters into the glow stick. And then you, about halfway in that, about 2 meters in front of you, is where you see there's a hole going down.
Cool, yeah, they last for 3 hours.
Yeah. You've made this sort of awkward, like like an S if it was laying on its side, and there's a hole going down one way, and then there's obviously your glow stick, which must mean that hole is going back up that direction.
Well, that's unfortunate. If I'm understanding that correctly, that means that it just round of the we've already been to?
Yep.
So we're not even in the right place?
No, you came, swam up, you swam over a hill, kind of, and then back down, and you're now in like this sort of U shape again, and at one end of the U is your glow stick, the other end is the direction you came from, and then there's another hole that goes down in the center.
Oh, okay.
So let me, I can draw this for you, so this will make more sense.
Well, the important part is 2 of the paths we know where they lead, and 1 path, a new path that we don't know.
Yes. Looks something like that.
Cool. We are in underground toilet sewer. Let's head down the path we haven't been.
Makes sense.
Alright, head down the path you haven't been. You come out of the hole here.
No signs of our friends.
You see no signs of your friends.
Of course, we start in the corner that I've got all my stuff in. Yeah.
All right. Do it, Nick.
You guys ready?
Ready up?
Give me a perception check, Nick. Actually, no mind. You don't need to do a perception. I need to do a perception. Okay. Continue on.
I stop at the corner, gesture behind me to tell everybody to stop because I can see the outlines of two things. Maybe? Can I actually see that?
You do. You see those two squid-headed people, octopus-headed people, swimming away from you.
Oh, they're swimming away still?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna like, because I don't want to talk out loud now that I understand thematically how we're communicating, I'm just gonna turn and I'm gonna hold up two fingers, and then I'm gonna like turn those fingers upside down and make them wiggle, and then like moving forward, and then I'm gonna gesture back in front of me.
I will shrug.
Jeez. I don't really know what to do about this. We'll look over his shoulder. You guys look like a motley crew. No, I guess I'm just gonna turn.
Alright.
Waiting for some sort of description of what I'm seeing.
You see the two people, the squid people, that you saw before, and there is a third one. This one also has that sort of octopus-style head, but actually has really stubby arms. And they are still have that net in hand, but it looks like they're communicating to each other with hand signals. And the female that you had previously tried to speak to points back in your direction, Nick, and as she does, she turns and sees you.
I'm just gonna wave.
Alright. She looks at you with a bit of surprise, and the other one kind of swims forward. They swim back like this. This one's the male. He's kind of taking a more posturing gesture, and then the other one kind of swims forward a little bit. And they both look a little bit there. You can tell from their body language they have this sense of worry and somewhat confusion, looking in your general direction. The one who you'd previously kind of tried to speak to just raises her two little fingers and sort of waves them back and forth at you.
Do I get the sense? Can I gauge any type of adolescence, or based on their sizes? Now that I'm looking at three of them, are they all roughly the same size? Do they seem?
They all are roughly the same size. Two of them being female and the third one being male. They look like they would be adults, definitely not teenagers or adolescents.
All right, and I mean, thematically speaking, I have no idea if these are actually changelings, or does that make sense to Nick in the sixth world?
change. You've probably seen change before. They come in all shapes of freaks and sizes. There are definitely changelings that take on animal features, full raccoons or skunks, anthropomorphic looking skunks and people. There are other ones that just have cyclops eyes or other ugly features.
Alright, so these are just as likely changelings then. Feel like there's a way of doing this without killing each other.
Nick, what's the word on this?
They're armed with like harpoons and nets. Do they look manufactured or do they look natural?
No, they look manufactured. They look about like what Johnny's carrying, but these have more of a grip on them. It looks like they're not really meant for obviously shooting from a harpoon gun. They're more probably with throwing or stabbing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to communicate that I want to take your blood to somebody who doesn't speak my language.
We are deep sea doctors. We come in peace. We are here to perform medical checks on you.
Give me a con check, Johnny.
Can they smell me? Actually, they should be able to. My pheromones would technically travel further. I'm assuming the current's going in the right way.
They are some 9 meters away. I'm not sure. How far do you think your pheromones exude?
You know what? I have no idea how far they technically actually go.
If you want to use your pheromones, you'd probably need to get closer. They're probably being diluted by salt water right now.
Yeah, but so I'll just roll it with the pheromones, and you can subtract what you need to subtract.
All right. Yeah, let me pull up my social modifiers table. Let's do a con.
These are accompanied with all of the hand gestures that I can think of to indicate medical service.
Okay.
I have no
Like
idea
what?
those
Yeah.
would be.
Do you have some example? You take out your little.
I'm just kind of waving
needle
my
guns?
hands around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull out that wet med kit and start waving it.
Would you like some gauze?
I'm gonna edge that. That's not fair. Okay, so I keep 5.
Oh, nice. Alright.
Well spent edge.
So there would have been a negative there. That would have taken off the last one, but that doesn't matter. You're max out of 5 anyway, it sounds like, so. Alright. They don't seem to quite understand what you're saying, but they stare at you dubiously, and you look like you're coming in peace, making more friendly gestures.
Does it seem like either of the other two maybe understand the words that he's saying?
Yeah, so the one that's in the back, this one actually has big blue style eyes, has a it's more squid-like style of head. It's got more of a little bit to a point to it. It's very soft looking still though. And actually has human-like ears sticking out on the sides. And it starts to swim toward you, Johnny. It still has a net in hand. Go ahead.
There has been a recent toxic spill in the area. We are making sure that all of the undersea life is not infected. And I will pull out my med kit for this, even if it ruins my med kit. Just if it'll help me sell this story that I'm spinning.
pull out some medical gauze or a bandage or something, so to speak.
It just
It
dissolves.
just kind of floats away.
Um,
Do they all have like the big red cross on them?
Yeah, it's got the red cross on the medical box, I would assume. Red or green, I suppose.
Do you speak English?
So this one swims up to you, Johnny, and starts, like very cautiously, very gently reaches out a hand to you, and starts looking at your helmet. And then you see from near its back, it pulls out a long universal cord and plugs it into your helmet.
Okay.
And this works similar to a data jack, essentially, where you probably have your connection you have a data jack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you have your like suit connected to your data jack, and it connects it in, and you can hear the person speak in your head. And it's a female's voice, and she tells you, "You're not supposed to be here."
I understand that, but as I said, there is a toxic spill in the area, and we're performing medical research on everyone who might be infected by it. We're here to help.
Did she send you? Does she know you're here?
I look at the team, and I nod.
Yeah, they can't hear any of this. You just hear it in your head.
Nick just nods back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I nod to the fish lady, not to the team.
We're all just nodding to one another.
Yeah.
I look at him and nod.
Yes. She sent us to make sure you were all safe.
She looks at you again very dubiously. Okay.
I hold up my hand for her to wait a moment, and unplug the cord and remove my helmet.
Alright, you remove your helmet.
And I indicate the gills on my neck, which are the BioWare version, so they just look like natural gills, I imagine.
I appreciate that
And
you call
then-
them natural gills on your human neck. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And then I'll plug the cord directly back into my data jack,
Alright.
so that we can continue conversing this way. Yes, see, I'm meant to be here. She sent me to make sure everyone was safe due to this chemical spill.
The one you're now breathing.
Yeah. But I have the medication to deal with it, Nick. Shh, quiet. I'm having a mental conversation with this lady. Do you mind?
Quit intruding. Yes. So she tells you, I can't speak with her. We must take you to him. If he can speak with her. If you'll come.
Okay.
If you'll come with
But
us.
we need to take some blood samples from everybody to make sure that you are not infected.
She holds out her arm. She looks back at the other two and then holds out her arm. Nick, you notice the other two. One of the male looks off down the corridor in this direction, and then back at the exchange that's going on here. Of course, they can no longer. It doesn't seem they understand any more what's going on than you guys do standing around Johnny, since they're having a mental conversation. But the one you're speaking to, Johnny, just holds out her arm.
Okay, I will slowly raise my hands in clear view of the two others so that they can see. Then I'm going to slowly reach for my little blood sampler 6-shooter. Take it out and gently apply it to her arm.
Alright. Her arm
Take the
is
sample.
exceptionally soft and fleshy. whenever you.
Now you might feel a little pinch.
She grimaces a little bit at that.
Is there any way you can communicate to your friends that we need their blood samples as well?
She turns and looks back at them, and she just starts waving a hand at one of them, in which the first one that Nick had spoken to, the one with the little tentacle-like fingers, starts swimming forward. And
Nick's cutie?
if you like. But the male seems to be very stubborn, and he's still standing there with like a tight grip on his javelin and a net in the other hand.
Having been staring at him for most of this, do I get the impression that he's looking at somebody or communicating with somebody down that tunnel?
He does look like he's looking at someone.
Okay.
I begin nodding at the team again. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, doctor.
And I will attempt to take a blood sample from the second one if she offers her arm in the same fashion.
Oh, she will.
And I will smile pleasantly at them, you know, in a very nice bedside manner type way. And take the blood sample.
Alright, you take the blood sample. You have 2.
And I will ask the one that I'm in communication with to lead on. And I will disconnect and put my helmet back on. Actually, can I even do that now?
Yeah, no.
Is there some sort of drain function?
Oh, maybe.
There
Can't imagine
probably
that there
would
would
be,
be.
but I imagine you put it back on. Yeah, I don't know that you could put it back on now that you've taken it off underwater.
I'm gonna assume no.
Let me double check. So it's a fancy helmet, right?
I mean, there's 700 and something new yen just for the helmet.
Yeah. We'll safely assume no for now. We'll find
Yeah.
out later.
Might see if I can just knock out the glass. Well, actually, I can just put it on and still use it for light and communicate. I won't be able to communicate because water will be in my lungs. Never mind. I'll just hold it.
So Johnny can no longer verbally speak then, right?
Does anyone? Actually, you guys have data jacks in your thing, so I will quickly connect to Nick's the data port in his helmet or his suit.
Yeah.
And I'll explain to you the situation that these guys think we were sent by her. And yeah, that's a good question. But we were sent by her.
All right.
They're taking us to meet him.
Him who?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so we've got. They think we are undersea doctors currently.
Okay.
And they're gonna lead us to the main chamber, where I assume we might be able to get what we're looking for. Either that or be in a lot of trouble. But I will judge intentions right now if I could.
Yeah, by all means.
Having been given the data dump, can I judge intentions as well?
Sure.
Especially on this dude that I've been staring on. Not that I have dice worth doing it with, but you never know. Sometimes you get one hit.
Oh, no, that's good. That's close.
I think you can take a mask off underwater and put it back on and make it working. Oh no, it can be difficult to clear to clear than with a mouthpiece. Oh, okay. Noted. No, you should be able to do it. Yeah, so the mouthpiece that goes inside your mouth when you're wearing the helmet, I think you can take it off underwater and put it back on. We're gonna go yes on this one.
I'd probably just have to like do like some sort of air purge where I'd waste some of my oxygen to clear out the helmet, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Well, Johnny probably knows. We just don't know. All right.
Yeah, I know that's what you could do with like underground oxygen kits, but that's just for clearing out gases, not water. So.
All right.
And I will go around and connect to the other two's data ports and explain to them what's going on as well.
And I think Cam actually doesn't have one. Cam's gonna need a pair of trodes still on her head, which is fine.
Cam does not have one, but we can have a conversation. The rest of us can just talk, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but do you...
if you talk out loud, they can hear you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
demonstrated any understanding of English thus far.
I just managed to convince them that we were underwater doctors with English. So at least one of them understands English.
Ah, fair enough.
We'll just give Cam a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
I mean, you can probably fit your trodes inside your diving helmet. Be connected the same way. All right, Johnny. You seem the two females seem for the most part friendly. Well, they're not friendly. It's maybe still a little suspicious, but they seem like they're trusting. They're trusting of what you're saying, and the other guy still seems exceptionally right on the verge of hostile. Like he doesn't seem like he trusts you at all.
And rightly so.
More, yeah.
Nate, quick, tuck your tail between your legs.
Okay. And I will motion for the sea ladies to lead us onward.
Alright. They will lead you onward and begin to swim this way. You begin to swim this. Actually, he's gonna wait and get behind you while these two go forward.
Nick's gonna do the same thing. I kind of swim near the guy, and I turn and wait for everybody else to walk past. Yeah. And then I look at him.
He's just looking at you. He gestures down the hallway with his harpoon.
All of this underwater testosterone.
So as you come up to this sort of big round sphere on an altar, it's hovering there, and it's this like blue mass that actually has some light emitting from it, and it's just whirling inside. It almost looks like a whirlpool, but it's all just mixing and turning over and over. It has a very arcane sense to it. As you arrive in this room as well, Johnny, you will see there are these two very big humanoids. One of them has, looks like it has like almost oily like green skin, the two of them, as well as you can see their gills on the sides of their ribs, just like, you know, filtering the water back and forth. They both have webbed fingers, and each of them has a sword, or excuse me, not a sword, a net and a harpoon as well. One of them actually has like these big tusks coming out from his lower lip.
I'll say aloud. More samples.
So one of the females, as you start swimming up there, goes up to the orb and she puts her hand through it, and then just sort of begins to swim through the sphere, and disappears. The other one, who was the kind of the friendlier one to Nick, looks back at you, and then she as well swims through.
Okay, I will look from one guard to the other and see if that's what they want us to do. If there's any visual indication.
Yeah, one of them, the stand will gesture for you to swim through.
Johnny will nervously look back at the team and then give a wry smile to the guards again and move on.
Alright.
Magic.
Alright, you swim through, and it's almost like going down a water slide backwards. It's just this whirling pool of water that is so bone-chillingly cold, and you're not even sure that it's cold as in the temperature or just the way your skin crawls as like you're just soaked into the magic. And in a oh god, I moved the orb. That's not what I wanted. In the blink of the eye, you're down here, Johnny, and Johnny disappears.
Cam doesn't want to leave Johnny alone, so Cam goes in.
You're sucked through, and there's this slurpy sound for you as it just rushes past your ears, and it actually feels like sticking your hand through like oil. It's just like
What do you think, Arachne?
Life's an adventure, and I jump in.
I'll follow behind.
Now, there's a dragon on the end of this.
There's a dragon on the end of this. I'll leave that to you, Arachne. Your task with the dragon.
It's okay, I can tell them that you're a liar and you guys kidnapped me and I'm not really here.
You're just a figment of their imagination.
Yes. I start swimming away.
I'm just an illusion.
as you end up on this other side. Just a minute. I don't know if I moved everybody. You're over there. There's this kind of plant in front of you, creating a little bit of a barrier to the other side. One of the females moves it aside with the brush of her hand. And you are again met at a tunnel. Or cavern, if you will. And they begin swimming down it.
I'll let Johnny go first, but I'm gonna... Actually, no, I'm gonna stick back with my friend.
Is that just one of the guards came through behind us?
Yep.
Or was he there already?
Just one of them came through after you.
I think someone has to remind Nick he's married.
This is not the girl. This is the mean-looking guy who I'm pretty sure is conspiring to jump us. Go, Arachne.
Dude, he looks like a girl? Ah, that's why he's being emasculated. Okay. Ooh, more starfish. Didn't use my palm skill. I can use these as ninja stars.
You gonna palm the starfish away?
Yes.
And they actually actually step out up some steps, and this actually is a kind of worked stone area with a giant pool in the middle.
Meaning that there is not water where the pool isn't.
That is true.
So we're stepping out of a water-filled tunnel into air.
Yep.
Dry land. I push
Uh,
Ken. Hurry.
What is that thing? And which
You-
one was leading me? Was it this one over here or that? I think it was this one over here, so it'd be that way.
Yep. There's that one. That is a large. So I'll describe this: a large greenish, pale-skinned troll creature. It's got big tusks. It's actually not. It doesn't have any horns. It's got a big single eye in its face, and it's
What
got
the fuck?
4 arms in total. One of them holds a jagged-looking harpoon, and the other 3 hands are free.
What are our diving helmets sensors reading for the atmosphere we're in?
It currently has breathable air.
I'm not choking.
You're not choking, no.
I thought you put your helmet back on anyways.
I mean, we kind of. I was nebulous on where we landed with that, so I didn't. put
Yeah,
it
she
back
said
on.
you could.
Yeah, I think you can.
So regular rebreathers have a purge. I don't know if helmets do.
I'm gonna assume they
Cool.
do. I think they
Yeah.
would.
Alright.
Possibility
gonna
of
unlatch.
helmet flooding is kind of a scary thing. So
Sure.
Nick's
That
gonna
seems
unlatch
fair.
his helmet. Take it off once we get up.
Does that anybody know if that automatically stems the flow of oxygen?
What do you mean?
Well, like you took your helmet off, but if we're burning oxygen in an area where we don't have to,
Oh yeah, I assumed it would stop the oxygen. I guess. Do we know if the oxygen is
could-
just 2 hours or?
you can shut it off if not,
Okay.
It'd be a valve or something you could turn off.
or an
just
AR
wanted that
screen.
apparent. Cam sees his helmet and does the same.
All right.
So I guess we found one of those caverns after all.
The changeling who you were following, Johnny, goes up to the big troll and makes a series of hand gestures. And it shakes his head in a sort of no gesture and does hand gestures back and points into the big pool of water in the center. And she will turn and look at you, almost taking a moment like she's having to remember to breathe through her normal lungs or normal air. And she says, he's not here right now, but we're here. And she points to the big one, at least a few of us. There's another one, kind of one of those cephalopod-headed creatures, humanish creatures over here in the water as well.
Okay. I will raise my hands with the medical 6-shooter again, and like point at the 6-shooter, and then point at the big guy, and like kind of try and indicate that we need to take a sample.
Alright.
I hope that she will help communicate that with me.
She tries to explain it to the big guy through some hand gestures, and she gets a little frustrated. She stops and she says, "We don't all speak the same language here, and that one, unfortunately, I don't speak his language or her language." And she looks a little embarrassed. The stumble.
Oh,
amongst
her
our
language.
sides.
She's not. Has she got a top on at least? Should I be averting my eyes?
She does have like she looks like she's got similar kind of jumpsuit like you guys, like the style jumpsuit that you guys do. But it's just generically black and uninteresting. but it is. It's a big, large, muscular-looking troll. It is a little difficult to tell gender.
So catching the green troll's eye, I will like point to the medical six-shooter again and hold my arm out and pretend to take a blood sample of my arm and then point at her.
Give me.
And then
give me,
I will move towards her and yes.
Give me a
give you-
negotiation. At a -2.
Negotiation -2.
Every time I look, the people behind us are a little bit closer.
So I will pre-edge this one.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, you'll notice the ones that were behind you, Nick, stayed very much in the water. They did not come up onto this area.
Just be worried if you start seeing the crab and lobsters.
Or it's not a boy.
Far more than it got. So it looks at you grumpily, and then it just sort of holds out its arm as you make this kind of gesture to it.
Now you may feel a slight pinch. I will use the extractor, the blood sample taker. What medical term?
Alright, take the blood sample. Alright, you take the blood sample, and it seems like the thing is not made of pierce or thick troll flesh. You managed to find a gap in the dermals on this creature, and you'd get a sample out of it. And as the skin pricks it, it like sort of just very lightly slaps the stones next to on the wall with one of its hands, and growls at you and says in Japanese something very rude to you.
Would you like that translated?
Thank you for your time. You know Japanese?
Yes, yes, I do.
I mean, I think you can keep it to yourself. I imagine it wasn't very nice.
It was not Arachne.
Nobody likes giving blood. But at least, you know, they're doing it the easy way.
Yes.
And once again, I will look to the one that led us here, and I will point at the one on the far end of the room.
Alright.
I will say that we need to make sure that you are all healthy.
While he's doing this, do we see anybody with those little intricate bone earrings?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Give me a perception check, +3.
+3 for visual, +3 in addition to visual.
In addition to visual.
I would imagine that if I was looking, I would not get that +3 since I've been distracted doing this.
Probably so. Unless you want to do it not being subtle.
No, I'll be subtle as I can be.
Just start looking at their ears intensively.
Yeah. Just like just turning their head side to side and taking a blood sample.
I mean, as much as the guy that's sort of been eyeing us up is doing that, I imagine Nick's probably not being super subtle about eyeing up everybody else just to make sure that nobody's pulling guns or tentacles, whatever the hell these people have.
Tentacles. You do see one that appears
Watch out,
to
they've
be.
got a tentacle.
On the no, the big troll with the Shiva arms is.
The big lady.
Yep.
But none of the little guys seem to have one.
None of the ones you currently see, no.
Okay.
Quick, Nick. Use your abs of seduction.
I've raised my shirt just slightly. No.
You have a wetsuit on. You see, start zipping it down. That's.
I unzip my shirt slightly. No. I don't want to escalate the arms race.
She's got 4 of them. That's probably a good idea.
But I'm gonna plug in my data jack to Cam's trodes
Okay.
while this is happening. So, and I'm gonna say to Cam, I'll be like, so we're here, and we're getting the samples. You spot the earring on the big one?
With his pointer, I assume I do.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Johnny's doing pretty well, but I don't know how we get that earring off this lady without a fight. You got any ideas?
I mean, he could offer to do a full medical exam and try and palm it off her, but that's.
Oh man. He tells her that further studies needed.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll reach up and kind of just pat Cam on the back. Unplug, waiting for an opportunity to talk to Johnny then. I think he was going for a 4th sample.
Yeah. While that's what's going on, I'm trying to get our guide to bring her friend over, or let me pass.
Yeah, she'll get the big one to move. Well, actually, she'll step up, try to get the big one to move, and it's looking, growling at her, kind of menacingly, just very stern. And so she starts moving back this way and moves past you guys, and goes around this way to her.
I give a nod to the team as I walk past.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. As she walked in front of us, did she pay any attention to the whirlpool? Does she seem nervous, and did she touch it?
She did not touch the whirlpool. She does seem a little nervous, but
Okay.
you guys are
That's all I
still
needed to
just
know.
strangers in her place.
Oh, does she look more nervous about, like, does she look more nervous about us or about getting close to the whirlpool?
Oh, she does not seem worrisome at all about the whirlpool. She moves past that, no problem. She looks more nervous
Okay.
at you guys.
Gotcha.
Still, what's going on here?
Gotcha. I'm gonna motion for Arachne to kind of, stay closer to Johnny.
All right,
That
Jenny.
close, jeez. On her back.
As you as your guide gets to this woman as well, this woman looks over at the she's just kind of got her arms and her head out of the water. She actually does not have the cephalot. She looks fairly human, except for that she essentially has tentacles coming out where she would otherwise have hair. And she reaches out her long, thin arm with the web fingers at the end. And you guys can prick her arm.
So I'll kneel down with a wide, friendly smile in front of her. Do we even... Oh, wait, no, you're plugged in. I see why you're using DNI there.
Just me to Cam, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will give her a friendly nod as I go to take the sample, which I assume is what she's doing, and she's not like trying to shake my hand and greeting or something.
No, she's got her like pulse and her underarm up as if you.
Yeah.
Let's prick her in the palm.
And I will find the vein and take the sample from her.
Alright, you do.
At this point, I'm going to be hoping that I'm taking the right samples from the right people, but, you know. And he poured in a storm.
You do take the sample from her.
And I will say thank you, even if she can't understand me.
Yeah, she just made you $10,000.
Well, I've only got four samples, I think.
You've got 4 so far.
Yeah.
Are those your 4, or does that include my weird sample that probably doesn't count?
I wasn't including that, but you know,
Okay,
never
just
know.
making sure. I found a slushy. I mean, it's still a win, but
Yeah. I mean, you never know what you might get for that.
diabetes.
It's fair.
And I will plug back. Oh, I will let her plug back into my DNI.
No,
To my data check.
It's the 5th one, the stubborn guy.
She thanks you very much for your cooperation. There seems to be another female in here that I don't think was out there before. I kind of see her in the distance.
Where?
This one?
That's the male guard. He stayed down at the bottom of the steps. He's still in the water.
Oh, right.
I've been kind of peeking over my shoulder most of the time here. Like, does it seem like he's intentionally staying in the water, or could he possibly be limited to the water? Have I seen his head like poke up at all
Yeah,
out of the water?
He's got his head out and he's watching you guys, but he is not. Most of his body is staying in the water.
Gotcha.
So I will say that she will be most pleased with your cooperation. We're doing our best to keep you all safe for her and healthy. Contamination is very widespread. The surface dwellers have infected the water.
She'll look at you. No one's supposed to get close to this area. She protects us.
Which is surely why we were allowed to enter.
And she'll nod, as if you've put a few of her senses to calm.
I'll say it out loud. I'll kind of clear my throat. Hey, Johnny, you got something we need to see over here.
That's Dr. Johnny, thank you.
So, dropping the formalities. I figure we're on the jump.
I will actually ask for her name so that I can, when I speak to her again, I can let her know that her servant was very cooperative and helpful.
She smiles very sweetly at you and takes a minute, like a moment of hesitation, almost like she has to think about it, and she'll tell you, Celine, I don't think anyone's asked my name in a long time.
Thank you, Stelline, for your assistance. I must confer with my colleague now. Apparently there is a matter that requires my attention. And I will move past her.
And you see this one who previously jumped in the water and begins kind of floating out there with just her big round octopus head sticking out, their eyes looking at you guys.
I meet up with her. What do you think, Nick? They're not exactly mermaids, but, you know, pretty alright.
As Johnny walks over, I'll go ahead and unplug from Cam and plug into Johnny. Say, well, this is happening. but Cam had as an idea.
Hey, what's up, mate?
Um, you're gonna hand me the samples. I'm gonna beep boop, and you're gonna say that the big one sample is questionable or something. You make up the words, and that we need to do some more stuff. Check out the left ear.
Alright, as you've kind of been, you unplugged and plugged back into Johnny's headset, the big troll comes kind of stomping over and just gives you sort of a kind of shoulders past Kea, pushing her against the wall, and gives you kind of a shove, Nick, and grabs hold of that cable. Like your universal data jack cable that's currently plugged into Johnny. Looks like she's
Ow, 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 ow!
making
That's
this motion like
connected
she's
to my
gonna...
spinal cord.
Yeah, so it's going from like your spine to Johnny's head. She looks like she's gonna like yank it out of like Johnny's data jack, and she's saying some very angry words in Japanese.
I translate.
Yeah, roll me your 6 dice.
Sure.
Was that during the conversation or after he managed to get that bit of information to me?
You can have
Or
got that
before?
bit out that you got so far. Alright, Arachne, you don't get all the words as she's speaking very fast and very fluent, but you get the gist of something along the lines of...
You've angered the great dragon. Prepare
Yeah.
to be sacrificed.
No, this one is anger that you seem to be keeping secrets, is probably the best way to put it.
No, we're not keeping secrets. We have a different language, me and him. Nick, say something in your native language.
So,
Not your actual native language.
Alright.
See, I can't understand him at all. It makes no sense to me.
I can't lie.
Yeah, unless you got something like
Damn it, you're the
roll
worst
initiative.
person to be involved in this fight.
Roll initiative.
We're not getting any type of wireless signals out in this weak cave, right?
Oh, nah, not even a little bit.
Okay, starting to make sure I was 3 for 3 on Delta runs where I don't get to use my reaction enhancers.
Oh, damn. So there, you can't use them unless they're on wireless, hey? Is that how it works?
Because I also have wired reflexes.
Uh,
They only stack if I can have wireless.
Gotta stop going to extreme environments.
Hey, if I can survive this one, I'm ripping them out of me. The first thing that I'm getting. Taking my reaction enhancers out.
why?
You've
Oh,
used them
initiative
on
up
more
top
than enough
here.
runs
There we are.
besides this one, right?
Yeah, no, it's not because of that. It's just the plan. It's just a part of the plan. I need the essence that they provide. They have served me well. Although if I had them now, I'd be at 21.
Alright, Nick, you go first.
I seem to be off the bottom of the
Yeah, it didn't sort
turn
correctly.
order.
There you go. Probably got more edge than them, right? Let's see.
Yes. Unless they've got
Yep.
my human leg edge.
They don't. Well, they,
Alright, so
they
he's
could,
got.
but they don't have quite 5.
So this big lady with forearm has a hold of my data jack at the moment,
Yep.
and seems like she's about to
Pull
take
it out of-
hostile action. I assume.
Pull it out of Johnny's head. Like, she's...
Okay. I suppose it's time to do the stupid stuff. So I am going to turn and try and snatch. How tall is she?
Oh, 2.5 meters.
That's such a stupid idea. I'm gonna.
She's a troll.
Well, I conquered an orc, so now it's time to conquer a troll or a giant. In this case, I'm gonna try to grapple.
We're still connected.
I'm
Ah,
not
God,
going-
it's pulling
I'm
me
not
over.
going anywhere.
I always just imagine him like a USB. It's not too hard to yank out a USB normally, but.
It's more like your network cable. It's got that little clip on it, and you're like, ah, God.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
It's nice. How many keep of those?
I believe only 7. I don't know why it's 7. I think it should be higher. Make sure I'm not did from something.
That's actually, I got those numbers wrong, but that's okay. We'll stick with 4 for now. I'll fix my sheet. Go ahead. You've got.
Do they definitely get to keep all 4 of those? I think it's not knocking dice off.
How many? How many do you have on your roll? Yeah, you keep 4. You keep 4. I'm not sure what you're asking. Sorry, I only got 4. So you got 4 net hits. What is your thing?
3 net hits because my limit. So
Okay.
7, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they would need a physical limit less than 8.
Their physical limit is higher than 8.
Okay, nothing happens.
Managed to grab her around her her midriff, and she's looking at you, kind of laughing a little bit.
Time to tango.
Arachne.
Crap. Oh, well, we're going all out, I guess. It's probably. Okay, let's see if we can bring her down.
How do I write that woman's name as well while this is happening? How do I spell that?
It would actually be up.
Guess we'll move to about here. And let's see if we can ninjutsu kick this troll down.
Alright.
Technically we're not in the water anymore, so we're not taking that -2.
Correct. Not currently in water. Jitsu. Alright. Hit. Keep all 6 of those.
Okay, so 15p, no AP.
I'm gonna edge that. 0 hits on 8 dice is worth spending a point of her edge on. You still got 4 hits, so.
For 13p.
Alright. Alright, so let's see. Via 5. Alright, it's a lot of physical damage. Good portion of physical damage. You definitely hear a sharp crack as you kick her in the ribs. She's still standing though. Cam, whoop, nope, Cam, you should go later. Johnny.
I'm gonna be like, no, stop! This isn't how it's supposed to go. I'm going to step backwards after disconnecting the cable, hopefully. And I am going to be shaking my head in mock horror at how this is happening, and use my actions to kind of put that blood sample securely and safely into my bag.
Okay. Do that. So you can do that for a simple action, unless there's something else you want to do with simple.
Was it a free action or a simple action to disconnect that cable?
That'll probably be your prayer. That's the simple. If you want to disconnect the cable. Yeah, you guys see when
Yeah.
you want to let go of, of Nick, not connected anymore. That's
Don't
fair.
really want to get tangled up in that, both
Alright.
figuratively and literally.
Yeah, let me see where you're at. Okay. That one is going to look at you, Johnny, and is going to try to throw. It's going to pull herself sort of out to the edge of the pool, and is going to throw a net at you.
I am not so pretending to be in horror that I won't try and dodge that.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your action plus your intuition. Oh, her accuracy is also not 7 on that, but she can keep all 4 of those.
Mind your own business, dog.
We need a sample from the dog.
Hey, you're not touching Maddie.
Dog. Reaction plus intuition, Johnny. Do it. Alright. It's got 1 net hit on you, unless you want to edge that.
One net hit with the net.
With the net.
One net hit. Okay. But at this point, I've used
See how far she gets the edge.
3 edge. Not 2 edge. Sorry, I didn't edge my turn order. So yeah. No, I'm gonna just take the net, I think.
Alright, she throws a net on you. Johnny is now underneath the net. You are entangled, sir. Do I have a net handy? I didn't get a net handy, Johnny. Alright, let's see. The other one is going to, sees you being netted. It's going to jump up, and the one who had previously kind of been friendly towards you is going to run over and throw a harpoon. She can move about 6 meters, about there.
How rude.
And she is going to throw a harpoon. Oh man, there's 3 of you attacking her troll friend, or it looks to be. How far away are you guys? 12 meters, that's pretty far. Oh, she's got enough. It's a small penalty. She'll throw a harpoon at Nick. So Nick, go ahead and give me defense at -3. Ooh, it's a glancing blow. So you get hit with a harpoon, but it manages to just kind of hit your wetsuit and slide off some of the armor plating on it.
Sounds good.
This one's similar. It's gonna
Am I still in melee with this thing? Did it get knocked down from the damage it took?
No, it didn't get dogged down. It only took 5 damage.
Oh, that's why I asked. You said 13. Okay, never mind.
Oh no, that's how much it Arachne did. It soaked a good portion of it. Alright, this one's gonna run up here and get about here. And it's going to throw a harpoon at Cam. Give me your reaction plus your intuition, Cam. That is nowhere near right. My stuff's a little bit off. That's okay. Dice pool's correct. So the harpoon goes flying past you, Cam, and hits the wall behind you. This guy kind of pulls himself out of the water, and he is going to throw his net at Arachne. So So you can keep all 3 of those. Arachne, go ahead and do me a defense check. -3.
-3.
-3. Should only be 5.
Let's edge that. So 1 success. Ooh, tied.
Alright, let me double check. I think it needs to actually get that hit on you in order to do anything.
I think it awkwardly says that
The
it
net?
still hits on grazes, but the threshold to break
Yeah.
out would then be 0. So
Yeah, the net lands anyway.
That's
so
weird, eh?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it might still be important because I guess it would take the action to break out.
Yeah, you
but
still
the
need to use the
threshold is
complex action.
0.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah, it just doesn't take anything. So you're currently covered in a net, Arachne.
Okay.
Which basically means you're considered prone until you get out of it. For mechanical reasons. Alright, that's currently what all they got going on. The other ones need to move up if they're gonna get you, and they're gonna swim over their buddy to do that. One of them goes this way, and then another one comes forward. They've got... They can't move far though in water. Can only get him up kind of right behind him. That's all they're gonna really be able to do, probably. You can throw a javelin at Arachne. His harpoon. Oh yeah, they're nice and strong, so they can throw a harpoon. That is what he'll do. He swims up and then he throws a harpoon at Arachne. Arachne, so go ahead and give me your reaction plus intuition -2 for the net. Alright, fantastic. Glancing blow. Oh, sorry, you're also still in melee, so it'd actually be a -3. Which would cause you to lose 1 net hit on the end.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah.
a total of -5 because you're in melee as well as you are currently considered prone from the net.
So you're gonna soak. The armor is only 7. Oh, sorry. How much damage?
The total damage will be with 1 net hit 11p -1. Let me fix that damage. There we go. Alright. So you'll probably take 3 physical damage? Yep.
Yeah, the armor is only 7.
I just throw and spear you with a harpoon. Now I got this massive harpoon shaft like coming out of just under the arm, where you can see you toward the back. Cam.
So when hooked up to DNI, Cam said she would attempt to distract the giant lady for Nick, and so that's what she's going to do. So she sort of pats on the troll's back there, and whether she turns around or not, she attempts to rifle butt the troll in the head.
Alright.
Says something along the lines of, "Hey, Ome, why don't you come and take on a trog? Fellow trog," I think is how she'd phrase it, but she'd say it really sarcastically. So,
Sick burn.
Understanding that she doesn't really speak English, but you know, racial slurs have to be universal, right?
Sure.
So that is a club attack, and I've got it pulled up in running gun, so it's improvised. So and I can only keep 3 of those because the accuracy of a rifle butt is 3.
Alright. try a defense check here. Did you get to take your +1 because you got friends in melee with Nick and them in front?
I did not.
I guess
No.
it's okay. You got your max anyway.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
So this is going to roll a defense. She's taking -4. No, taking a negative. Oh, you're also behind her. So you would get a +2 for that. Keep in mind for next time if you do this again.
Oh, cool.
Might be worth it to roll it with some edge and break the limits just because you got so many dice.
Yeah, at that point it totally would have been.
Yeah. So she's got a -1, I think, actually. All right.
Ragni and I both hit her.
Oh, that's a good point.
Or attacked her.
You guys did, so she'd have 1 less. So she only got 2 hits, so you did get 1 net hit on her, Cam.
That becomes 7 stun.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wound modifiers and 2 attacks.
Yeah, that sounds right. She's only taken 1 wound modifier so far. But, okay, no AP on that, so. Oh man, how much was it? 7 stun?
7. Yep.
Oh, wow, alright. So now she's taking an extra wound modifier as you club her in the back of the head with your rifle butt.
And Cam sort of steps this way, menaces toward her with her rifle now.
Okay, as you go to step away, she's gonna take an interrupt action to swing back and try to hit you.
Sure.
She swings back with one of her, the harpoon in her hand, and tries to harpoon you. Let's see, no bonuses to that, so it's a straight 15. Oop. This is gonna be your extra plus intuition. She's got 1 net hit on you so far.
I'm totally going to edge that.
You actually had a -1 too because of reach, but none of the last ones mattered, so it's fine. Alright, because you successfully edged it, you managed to step back without getting hit. She tries to club you. So as you step back out of her reach, she will instead turn toward Nick, and she is going to let's see. Acne's on the ground. Nick's attacked her before, and Cam's got him to hit her in the head with a rifle butt. Yeah, she'll make a grab for Nick. Let's see what she's got.
Try Cam.
That's a good shot. Alright, it will be 1 second. Let me do some math here. I think it will be a -3. Nope, -1. 2. That's it. Ooh, alright. Was that a glitch though? No, but she will edge that. It's not a good roll on her part. 8 dice in total. She got 1 hit, be 7. Give me your action plus your intuition, Nick. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I totally did not count her other wound modifier, so she actually would have had 1 less hit. She got 3 in total. You gonna stick with that?
What's she doing? She's trying to grab me?
She's actually trying to harpoon you. She is, oh sorry, no, she was trying to grab you. She tried to harpoon, Cam. So yeah, she's reaching down with her 2, extra arms and is trying to grab hold of you.
And she only got 3 hits.
She only got 3 hits.
I'll wing it. Yeah, I guess I'll stick on it and see what happens.
How many dice did I roll in total? I totally did her dice pools wrong. Okay, so you're gonna stick with it though, so I won't worry.
I mean, unless you're... Yeah.
No, she should have got more dice, not less, so she, So you're fine. So she grabs hold of you.
Oh, it just
Yes.
happens.
Yeah, she's doing. Oh, did you want to do? You didn't want to edge it, right?
Yeah. So what's her strength +1?
Yeah, her strength +1 is 14.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Her strength +1 14.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
her
So she
strength
grabs
+1
hold of
that
it.
hits. She grabs hold of you, and she just sort of lifts you up with one pair of her arms while she is it kind of swings starts to like she's gonna swing you against the wall. She's kind of mincingly holding you up. All right. Your turn, Nick.
All right. I just need to see quickly if that is a complex action. Damn, it would be too complex. Alright, then I'll spend the action to try and break free.
All right.
Doing unarmed combat on my end.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna retcon it now. Okay, you successfully break free. You just have to meet her threshold, right? So she only got one hit on you. You get free.
It's an opposed test, I believe.
Oh, is it? I thought it was you. No, to break out of the lock, the defender must make a complex action and succeed in unarmed plus strength, limited by physical, with a threshold equal to the net hit score to the original attacker's grappling test. That's what my
Oh,
cheat
I
sheet
always
does.
took the unarmed combat to assume that it meant it was an opposed unarmed combat. But yeah, sure. Threshold test. Threshold is 1. I break free.
Yeah, it says it's a threshold test, according to core.
Sounds good.
So you managed to get free of her.
And I will spend some movement just to posture. No, I guess it's pretty tight where we're at, so I'll just stay put.
Yep. Arachne.
So it's a complex get out of the net, correct?
Yes, it's a complex action. Yeah, the net.
Agility unarmed or agility escape artist.
Yeah, your
All I can
threshold
do
is
is spend
0.
the action, I
So.
think, right? Yeah.
So I can use agility unarmed.
Well, your threshold was 0. It was a grazing hit, so you just have to use the complex.
Oh, okay. So I don't technically need to roll; it just happens automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at most you would roll just to see if you glitch, but I'm not gonna hold you to that, so it's fine. You just can get out of it. It's agility plus unarmed combat or agility plus escape artist, with your threshold being 0. So you can
Oh,
just
okay.
take the net off.
Yeah, we'll take the net off then.
Alright, you grab the net and just throw it on the ground. You still have a free action, and Johnny will be your turn. You can do something, right? Go for it.
I'm trying to remember. Is there a free action to turn the painted or is it automatic?
I think it's a free action. I think it's free.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Johnny, your turn.
Okay, so I'll shout at Celine that this is a terrible mistake. Everybody stop. She can't understand me, but I'll make the effort anyway.
She speaks English.
And
Why do you
then-
think she can't understand you?
I don't know.
Okay, continue.
I felt like nobody really understood, and it was like basic understanding until she spoke to my brain. And then I'll use a complex action to aim for that threshold 1 on my net.
Alright, go for it. You can use a escape artist or one on combat plus agility.
So 5 successes, and I will fling the net away from me.
Alright. You fling the net down. Next up is them. She threw her javelins. She didn't have that, so this person runs. She to... Actually, no, she didn't. Let me double check her. I'll reach on this. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna move a little bit closer. As she gets closer to Cam, she runs up here, and she is going to... her jaw sort of drops, and this long, sticky tongue comes out. Cam, give me your reaction plus your intuition.
Yeah.
That's probably even too snake-like for Arachne to deal with.
Reaction plus intuition. Did we... These, I got attacked a minute ago, didn't I?
You did, yes, sort of. So you probably be a -1. Someone tried to
Okay.
intercept you. Alright, you gonna stick on that?
Yeah.
Alright. This long sticky tongue comes out, it wraps around your gun and just pulls it out of your hands. Do you have gecko grip or anything? No, you do. I don't think you do, right?
No, I don't.
What? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So it wraps around the gun and just pulls it out of your hands.
Was on a sling, I believe. She
It
would
was.
be afraid of getting
that's,
that.
that's fair. It was on a sling.
I think I can still pull off your shoulder, though, right?
Yeah.
Not pull off your shoulder as in detach your arm, but like slide off your
I
shoulder.
will.
Figured either takes me down or pulls me down. One or the other.
I'll give you. Go ahead and do a. Get a +2 essentially for your sling. I'll give you that against this.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, you,
Go ahead and do
you
a
cut
plus-
it right at plus.
Sorry, do a +2. I'll give you a +2 dice for this test. I guess because of the sling. Alright, still unfortunately not enough as the tongue wraps around it and you are unarmed as she now has the tongue dangling from her, or the gun dangling from her tongue. It pulls back into her mouth. The last two didn't matter. She's actually running. Okay, so let's see. The other ones are going to run up. This one's actually got to start running. She doesn't seem convinced, unfortunately, Johnny, that this is a misunderstanding after what's happened. And they are going to try to attack you, Johnny.
Why?
It should be 9 for both of them. So go give me your reaction plus your intuition. Your first test is 2, and then the next one is 3.
On the first one, 76. And 6 on the second one.
Alright, well done, sir. Their little tiny fists start hitting against you.
Ladies, please.
Fantastic. Seeing Arachne is out of the net, the guy from the water is going to throw another net at Arachne. Sorry, Arachne.
No worries.
So give me your action plus intuition again, -3 because you're still in melee with the troll. You want to edge that? You gonna stick with it?
Let's give it an edge. Let's try and see
Otherwise-
if we don't get caught in this thing.
Yeah, otherwise you're back underneath the net. Oh, sorry, that would have been the guy behind him throwing it. I think he was the one who netted you the first time, wasn't he?
Not exactly sure who threw it.
I think he threw the javelin. You've got his net. All right, so it will be the guy behind. Well, they've got the same dice pool who threw the net. He actually would have gotten one less hit, so it would have been 3 and would have net you. So same case, unfortunately. It's not a very impressive throw. The net goes over your head, but it doesn't doesn't seem to have a tight grasp on you. That would have been his net, so I'll make note of that. So they both don't have their nets anymore. So the guy in front is going to throw his harpoon. Actually, no, he's not even going to do that. He has not moved yet. He's going to move up to get to where Arachne is, and is going to come up and try to stab Arachne through the net. So that's that. So your action plus intuition -4 in total. Sorry, it will be -3 because you're melee, -2 because of the net. And I think your wound modifiers are good, so it'll be -5 total.
Does my reach make it a 4?
Yeah, it would be, because he does not have reach, actually, with this weapon. Oh, nope, I take that back. I'm sorry, it does have 1 reach, so you're tied on reach.
Okay, so 5.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so he tries to stab at you through the net, but it's just sort of a glancing blow. He's not able to get a good piercing shot on you. That guy's already moved, so that's done. Cam, what do you want to do?
Well, I kind of want my gun back. So her tongue is hanging out, and the gun's like on the ground, wrapped up in the tongue.
Yep.
I sort of jump on it and try and yank it out of her tongue's grasp. Such a
Alright.
weird flavor.
Go ahead and give me an unarmed attack.
All right. Oh, I have that. That surprises me.
You've got every skill. I believe in you.
I kind of do. Yeah, I didn't.
Some fun combat music.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, so you've got a hold of the gun now, and the tongue's got a hold of the gun, and you're pulling back and forth on it. So Sheikah's not able to pull it away anymore, and you're gripping it back. You don't have it, though, yet in your hand.
All right.
Well, I should say you have your hands around it, but it's not free of the tongue yet. It's probably a better way to put it. Alright, let's roll initiative.
Oh, how did that happen? Oops. Remove mine there. I accidentally did that wrong.
Why'd you do it wrong, Johnny?
Because I guess I had godlike speed for a second.
Oh, alright, that's fair. Johnny, you're gonna go first, it looks like.
No, because I did
Oh,
66 instead of actually just 1d6.
Hey, what we rolling?
Confused my button.
Fix.
Yep. There we go. That's more like it.
Alright, 13 seems about right. So, Arachne, you're going first, and Cam.
Okay, let's see if we can knock the troll down. So we'll aim for that last place that I cracked her in the ribs and see if we can actually do some more damage.
Okay, you will take a, I think, -5 in total. You still got the net on you?
Oh shit, I forgot about the net.
Dude, which means he can't do an action outside of trying to break free, I believe.
Yeah, so break the net first.
Oh, is it?
So
Let me
we
do
said
it.
that
Yeah,
was
that sounds right. Sorry, I'm thinking of normal
It says you're
subdued
subdued.
combat.
Yeah.
Normal subduing combat, can't you take actions out of? You just... No,
You
that
can
makes no
take
sense.
actions out of
That's
clinch. You
That's
can't-
what subduing combat is. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, especially considered subdued for now because of the net.
And he had one net on me, right?
Actually had 0 again, I think. So same, it's still that kind of lame duck throw. So you just gotta take the net and throw it on the ground.
Pretty much, yeah.
There, yeah. They're out of it. They're out of nets. Cam.
Cam attempts to regain control of her firearm.
Alright.
Is that another unarmed attack?
Yep. If you're just trying to pull it away.
Just trying to pull it away. Well, damn.
Yeah, unfortunately you're not able to get it let go of the sticky tongue. These things are stronger than they look.
Let go! I have to return that later!
Can't talk back to you. Nick, it's gonna be your turn.
Next time, get shock protection on your gun.
There's a lot of things that need to happen. Got a bunch of people fighting down there, a bunch of people fighting over there. This big thing with
Oh yeah.
godlike strength right here.
Let me take off your
I don't really know why I'm in a punching contest with a four-armed freak, but that's the decisions we've made. So I think I'm gonna try to cheat and pull my weapon up and put a burst into her chest.
You're -3 for firing a melee.
Nope, only 3 hits. She'll take a -3, I think, for being a melee, and -5 for defense.
Yeah, let me do all of her. She's got more than that because she's got wounds, so.
It's good music.
Say a -5 for your shot though, right?
Yep, just 5 for a simple full auto.
Okay, I don't think she has any dice left to even roll. Let's double check that. Yeah. Yeah, she won't have any dice left. Okay, so what's your damage? Good, 3 hits.
3 net hits on hollow point is 14 physical, no armor pen. Which is weird. Oh, that's right, it canceled the armor pen.
Yeah,
to bring it down to 0. So I thought it added armor, but yeah, that's good. It starts with -2.
You said?
14
Oh, you
physical,
put it
straight.
there. Yeah, cool. Alright. Alright, she took a good portion of it. But you said it's physical damage? Let's see.
Hollow points are P, I believe.
Yeah, so that will. I'm just gonna make sure if it doesn't translate into stun. Oh. Let me double check one thing.
She might have more than 14 body, I guess.
It's armor.
Or
she
armor,
got-
I meant, not body.
Yeah.
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 Scantily clad lady.
She's got more clothes on than the cheap token I was using has it shows. Alright, cool. That's what I wanted to double check. Oh, that's what I'm gonna double check. Sorry about that.
Oh, is this the macro that does it backwards? Damage is
she-
the amount of damage she took?
She took
Okay.
8. She took 8 damage. I'm just trying to see if it's stun or physical. Sorry. But with no armor pin, it's gonna be stun. So that will be 6 off her stun check and 1 off her physical. Oh, I was doing that wrong. That's good to know. Okay, all right. Yeah, you blast her with the hollow point bullets, and they hit her Forearm solid, and you see her body jerk, 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 and then and a little bit of blood start rolling out of the corner of her mouth, but she is still up and still looks like she's going to be swinging. She's just got these bloodshot red eyes, and she just lets out this horrible growl at you, where she looks like she's just lost herself completely.
Okay. With that, before I end my turn, is preemptive -5 or -7?
It's free action if you haven't taken free action, otherwise it's a -5. It's preemptively
Alright,
block.
Yeah, I'd like to preemptively block, seeing that she didn't go down.
She did not go down. Alright, you can preemptively block. Let me double check what she's got here.
I'm going to adjust my initiative, or would you like to?
But you had a free action still, right?
I meant the physical number on the screen. Yes, I had a free action.
So what do you want to adjust? It's
I'm
either
just gonna do it.
it's either a
There we
free
go.
action or it's a -5 as an interrupt action. So if you had a free action, you don't need to spend the initiative.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's either
Sounds
if,
good.
to preemptively block, it's a free action, or it's a -5 as an interrupt. You don't need to do the interrupt. You have free action. So.
Sounds good.
Alright, so she looks at you menacingly. Nick, you manage to just shoot her full of holes, or at least shoot her full of bullets, and she is going to try to stab you with her harpoon. Yeah. Did I do that backwards? Let's do this. Did I roll the right number of dice? I did not roll the right number of dice. Alright. Shoot, it's 4 hits, so. Alright, you managed to successfully avoid the harpoon attack. It's gonna be Johnny's turn.
So I assume that I can't use the sacrifice move to tackle both of them to the ground. I can't just like throw both of my arms out and just like try and bring them both down. with
Try to
me.
bring them both down? I think, well, I would say you could, but you'd have to split your dice pool like when you're doing multiple attacks.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll just tackle Celine to the ground
Okay.
with a sacrifice move. So that is strength plus body plus net hits. The attack deals no damage if successful character. I should have read this a little bit better.
It's okay.
Which one are you trying to do?
Oh, what are you trying to do?
So it's like the push or the shove, but it's a sacrifice move version of it. So instead of just one of them going prone, it's
Do you
me
have-
and them going
Is it one that can
prone.
be done without a martial art? Or do you have the martial art?
Actually, that's a good point. I have no way of knowing if...
The very last
and-
line of sacrificial throw says that you need. If that's what you're trying to do.
No, sacrificial move on page 123.
Okay, those do not require martial arts.
Okay.
So it's a complex action. You do strength plus body.
And then it's plus the net hits of that.
Yep. So it's plain strength plus body versus reaction plus intuition, and then the net hits determine how many meters you move, and because it's the sacrificial version, you and her will be prone.
Yeah, this is like your bull rushing her, sort of.
So that ends up being 7, 8, 9.
Oh no, that's just to determine the success. It looks like it's still an attack. My apologies. It's just that you get to add your strength plus body to your net hits to determine if you go somewhere. You're still just
Okay.
rolling
Yeah.
on
So I just make unarmed
Make-
combat? Okay.
Yes, make it an unarmed combat.
Which I think ends up being roughly the same. Let me just quickly bring up the sheet. Yeah, so it's the same dice, so
Okay.
it is 9.
Unfortunately, you just try to sacrifice and move for. If you fail, do you still go prone, or is it only if you hit the person? I think you're throwing your body into them, right? Yeah, only a successful attempt, you and the character go prone. So,
So she has to beat a 9.
is it a 9 or no? It's a normal unarmed. She dodged your attack, and it's only after you
Yeah.
did a successful attack, right? Then we add your body and whatnot.
Right.
If I'm
yes.
reading that correctly.
That's correct.
All right.
Of course.
All right. So unfortunately, your attack misses her. All right. This guy doesn't have his net. He doesn't have his harpoon, and the shit is crowded. So he is currently standing there, waiting for just backing up his buddy. The one on Cam is got Cam's gun wrapped around their tongue. Cam has got the other end of the gun, and they're pulling back and forth with it. The character, he's gonna try to just clock you, Cam, with the other hand. I think. Let me see what else he's got. Yeah, so she'll actually drop your gun on the ground, and then that she's going to try to step between you and your gun and just try to clock her. Actually, she's still got her net, I believe. She's gonna throw that over you.
If she drops it and I'm like also holding on to it, does that hit the ground or do I just have it now?
You have it. I would say it's not probably in like a readied position, but now it's in
Sure,
your
no.
hand at least, yeah.
Okay.
So give me your reaction plus your intuition. Alright, you successfully avoid the net. Selena's gonna look at you, Johnny, and be like, "You lied to us. You lied to me." You see her just grab ball her fists up and is gonna try to punch you. As is the one next to her. So give me your reaction plus intuition, Johnny, twice.
Okay.
And you got out of the
Okay.
net, right, Arachne? Okay, so you successfully avoided all of their attacks. Arachne, I think you got out of the net last turn, so you're out of that net again. So now it's just your normal reaction plus intuition. Oh, he gets a +1 because you're in melee. That's alright, you get a hit. So reaction plus intuition, Arachne. Alright, he's got 2 dead hits over you so far.
Gonna have to take it.
Alright. That will be 10p flat, actually. That's all of them. Alright. It's gonna be your turn, Arachne.
Okay, let's see if we can take this orc down.
-3 if you're oh, you're doing ninjutsu. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you take your +1 for Nick being there?
Oh no. I'll do that real quick, I guess.
Unless you don't consider Nick a friend. I don't want to make judgments.
Oh, actually, never mind. I did that completely wrong. Supposed to be just one extra.
Has Nick shared ramen with Arachne? Or
Your
watched
kick,
any ninja movies with her?
your kick also gives you a +1 to reach, right?
Yeah.
All right. The troll will take the. Oh, never mind. The troll's got it. Okay. Still got a javelin in hand. We'll do 6. So I still count. Your reach is cancelled by that, so he's gonna try to hit away your foot with, or not hit away. He's gonna try to like slap away your foot with one of their free hands. Alright, you got an extra one, so you tied. Do you got any on hit effects?
No.
Alright.
Just to be clear, you meant +6 in that?
Yep. They also preemptively, he actually did preemptive block. So, Kim, it's gonna be you again.
All right. So I believe it's a simple to ready weapon, and now that she has control of her gun, she fires a simple burst.
It would have actually been 8, but yes, I didn't mean to do that, Nick. Okay. Blam blam! Gun stuff. You take the -3 for being in melee combat?
No, I did not. No, I'm sorry. You just want to chop off the last 2 successes?
Yep, so be 3. Any negatives for your attack?
No, I don't think so.
You just do a single shot.
I mean, -2 because of the burst.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Sorry.
looking for. Sorry, yeah. Alright, I only got 1 net hit, so what's your damage code? Or we only got 1 hit, you got 2 net hits, so.
Okay, so it is 11p, 13p.
13V? No, you have the, I take it to have the
They're hollow point.
hollow point.
So
That's the
you
word
get
I
an
could
extra one,
talk.
don't you?
Oh, that's fine. Oh geez, 11p is the total? Alright, then you successfully kill that, by all means, just blow that one apart. Hitting them from the soft,
she
wet
rolled
flesh. Do what?
Hollow point bullets.
Sorry, I thought she rolled 11. I was like, oh, damn.
No, this is
yeah.
my silly macro I have backwards. That's the damage she took, so I don't have to do math, but then
Yeah,
I don't reverse engineer in my mind.
You're right.
Yeah,
I always forget.
she took 11
So,
physical, so. Good?
As a free action, then, I suppose Cam says, well, that was just a terrible idea, wasn't it? Could use that our way.
Alright, excellent one-liner. You can have a point of edge back for your one-liner.
Thank you.
Alright, Nick.
You can also have calamari for dinner.
And you might be able to get some calamari from that squid head. Actually, that's the one with the long tongue and the greasy skin.
Frog legs.
What's up, Nick? Full
Full
auto burst. Alright.
Straight to the. Okay.
Okay. Let me her defense.
Actually, gonna spend a point of edge on this as well.
Alright.
'Cause I like to try to hit my cap here.
Did you auto last time? Did you need to clear your recoil?
Spent a free action to block. Does that clear it?
I don't think so. I think you have to spend a simple.
Okay. Well then, just assume that it was a take aim and simple auto.
Okay.
In which case I won't.
5, I think.
Yeah, -5 to defense. If I can make that call, then I won't have edged it.
Okay. It's fine. Let's see. So it's a -5 for you, -8 in total from being in melee with you. She got no hits, so what's your damage code?
Ouch.
15p.
Alright. I think I fixed my macro here. We'll see if I
Or
can.
excuse me, 16p.
Alright.
Because the take aim hit.
I'll remember it's one more. And no armor pen?
Still shooting hollow points.
That's fair.
No hollow pen.
No armor pen. So it'd actually be 6 damage, be 3 more physical. the bullets have trouble penetrating the tough, scaly troll's hide. But she is very, very wounded now. There's like blood dripping down her chest and arms from all these little holes that are just full all over. Alright, she's really wounded. This isn't going well. She's going to run and dive into the water and go under and submerge.
I was just starting to pull that up to see what I could do, assuming that she was on a run.
It's a -5 to
See
intercept.
Intercept actions, yeah. What I need to know is if I can
Actually, one moment.
do a...
I don't think she can run. Sorry. Let me double check one thing. Yeah, let me do a composure test. I don't think she can, actually. So, a smart person would run. She does not. So she is going to instead try to stab you with the harpoon, Nick.
Oh.
Forgot about the quality I got here. So. Alright, so let's roll this die. No extra modifiers on this. Me your reaction plus your intuition. -1, it does have a reach. Last time it didn't hit, so it's fine. Alright, you successfully avoid being harpooned again. Johnny, what do you want to do? It's up to
I
you.
will say to Slane, I'm sorry it came to this. I tried to keep you safe, and I will attempt to tackle her again.
Alright.
Bah,
Alright, trying to tackle her again.
I might edge that.
Alright, go for it.
Yes, 4 successes.
Ooh, she got 0
Of
hits.
Of
Alright.
course.
Alright, you managed to tackle her, I believe. What's now it's your body plus your strength, I think, as well as your net hits.
Yes. Yeah, it's body strength and net hits, so that's 7. That's 11.
11. Okay, that's more than enough to take her down. Her physical limit is not that high, so you and her go sprawling back on the ground, and she is now prone, as well as yourself. Fantastic. Well played, sir. Way to stick with it. You could have your edge back for trying to do a good deed. Let's see. That guy really still can't move because Arachne's blocking the hallway between her and the other dude. So that's it for this combat turn. Let me do a quick roll. See what that would have been. Okay. One more combat turn.
See when KE gets there.
Yeah, see when can. Yeah, I need to know when magical knight errant shows up, or a dragon.
This is what they mean by a C zone.
It is a CISO.
Under the C zone.
You can refresh your edge for that one. That is something. That's a dad joke that Nick probably would say in the middle of combat.
I've been practicing my dad jokes.
But now you don't have a free action. So, your turn. No. Who is it? Arachnes looks like it's gonna go first.
Looks like
Okay.
a lot of people haven't rolled an initiative yet. But yeah, probably Arachne.
Yeah, I assume Arachne is, unless Cam wants to blitz. Cam can blitz, and I'll apologize, or seize, whichever you prefer. But Arachne usually goes first.
CA my name. Okay, David, troll go down already. Okay, one more kick. Let's hope we get it.
Almost got him.
Ooh, that's pretty good. What's your physical limit?
8.
Alright.
Take your +1 for friends of melee.
Oh shit, no it didn't.
Damn it, Arachne. I am your friend. We have broken noodles together.
We've talked about this.
I keep forgetting. I'll put it in the macro next time.
Alright.
Right.
-5 to their defense. So put them down to 9. That's good. You ate up a second pass and dropped them. Actually, last on the list. Just pretty nice. And they are going to try to defend against Arachne. It's actually a +8 on their part. That's not enough to beat Arachne. So you got 3 nets, Arachne.
So 12p, no AP on this.
12p. So 12. No AP. 7 at hits. So yeah, so it takes 7 damage. Ooh, that is. Do we round up when we do damage changes?
No, it only rounds up on a stim patch.
Alright. So this troll is, I think, barely up. Still technically on her feet. She is, she staggers pretty heavy under the weight of Arachne's boot. So close, Arachne. Nick, it's gonna be your turn.
Having seen the troll for like a moment look towards the whirlpool, I'm a bit afraid of our artifact disappearing. I'd like to get a phone call right in the middle of my turn.
Okay. Alright. I can let Cam go first. You want to consider your life options? Possibly steal your kill. Alright, Cam, you go first. There you go next.
Yeah, given that situation, Cam looks over, sees the troll still standing, and takes aim and burst fires.
Nick has a moment where this looming four-armed troll is standing over him, threatening him, and his life flashes before his eyes, and he freezes up for just a second. Just enough for Cam to possibly steal the kill.
Oh no, now Nick won't get the XPs.
That's right. Or the sweet.
He got a
sweet
text from
loot.
his daughter.
That's 4 to hits, looks like, Cam.
4 hits is 50. But it's hollow point.
Surprised he's able to get a
Is it
signal
15?
all the way down here.
It is 15, yes.
Alright.
Get the +1 for the hollow point.
Whoa, did I roll that right? No, I did. Just got
Damn.
a lot of fucking hits, if that was right. Did I do that right? I don't feel like I did that right.
That's a lot of 5s and 6s.
Yeah,
That is a ton of 5s and 6s.
let me double check those numbers. I think that's actually right. I didn't accidentally add something extra in though, did I? Nope, that's it. Just a really fucking lucky troll. But that's still 1
Well.
physical damage. Seems even more staggered, barely on her toes. Barely on her toes. Alright. Luckily, I think the whole team's gonna go for the troll does. Orc creature is going to actually do a composure check. Alright, and his head submerges underneath the water. Their turn. That one's still got a spear and is threatening Arachne, or harpoon's threatening Arachne, so he's going to continue to do that. And get 1 hit on that, which is fantastic. Arachne, you can roll your... Yeah, no, well, that's fine. That's that one. Thing's on the ground currently with Johnny. She's struggling. She's just going to try to punch Johnny. I think that is... You're on equal ground with her, so we'll just give it as is. So go ahead and roll me your reaction plus intuition, Johnny.
Do I get to dodge if I'm prone?
You do get to dodge if you're prone. We'll just say it's a -1 because she's also prone with you, so that'll offset a little bit of her attack. Mhm. That one, however, is going to.
So she'll get 2 net hits on me.
Okay. That will be. What was it? It was that'll be 7p or well 7 stun.
7p. Ah,
No,
she's
7
got titanium bones.
7 stun.
Alright, mage quick. Over.
+1.
Make sure that my armor value is correct.
It should be.
Yep.
I don't know what your current armor value is.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for believing that it should be correct at least.
I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it is. That will be all you guys. And then next will be Johnny.
So 1 stun.
Alright. One stun damage. And the other one's also gonna hit you, so go ahead and roll me your dodge again. This will be, you're completely prone for this one who's still standing up, so it's a -2 to your dodge for that one. This will be a -3 in total for the, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot.
So I will edge this one. I mean, I said I'd edge it even before she got those 0 hits. Maybe I should have waited.
No, that's okay. I keep forgetting to give them the friends in melee bonus that they should be getting.
So yeah, I'll edge it.
She's got 3 hits so far. Alright.
Okay.
Then you
So
managed to
I
successfully
managed to dodge that one on the ground.
dodge it. Alright, so we'll go back up to ye old Nick, whose turn it is. Nick cam shot the troll in the back. It kind of wheezed for about hitting you in the face. And it's your turn, sir.
It's not dead yet.
It's not dead yet. It's barely standing up. You look like you're probably, possibly threatened more by it falling over on top of you than its staggering hulking form.
Okay. Then I guess I want to try to make it fall the other way. I'm just really nervous about the whirlpool right there. I had an idea before I got a phone call. What was it? It was.
Assumed to shoot it.
Oh no, I was gonna ask if I could try to disarm the earring with my martial art disarm.
Man, that's a pretty. I would probably. I mean, if you just want to grab it and rip, you can. If you want to like unclasp it and take it gently out of the ear, it would probably be more
You
of
think
a.
it'd be like a cold shot ear or something like that?
Yeah, or just an unarmed attack to try to grab it.
I mean, there's a specific martial art disarm, which is like a -4 and stuff.
Yeah, this is not a
Right.
weapon though.
Alright. Oh well, it was gonna be cool. I'll just shoot it again.
It may be cool, but I'm not really did just the mechanics that much for it. So go ahead.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So negative. Okay. So 4. We got troll stuff.
-5 defense again.
All right. -5. Shouldn't have anything really to stop or to help with that. So you got 2. So you got 5 in total. Or you got 3 in total. That is.
It's 14p still.
All right. Let's take 2 or 1 more damage, which is enough to knock them out. So the giant troll just falls back from your shot and goes prone.
Knocked out or killed? Because it's physical attack, right?
It is, but it's actually no. It's got like some armor to it. So you guys with your no AP have not been dealing enough to. Oh wait. Maybe
Oh,
that,
okay.
that
That was
one
just
probably.
all stun track.
Yeah,
Wow.
that one probably would have actually. Yeah, that one was enough that it would have hit it for plenty. So anyway, it's bleeding out. It's taking physical damage. It appears to be dying and bloodied as it falls back on the ground.
Okay.
All right, that puts the troll out of it. Arachne, what do you want to do?
Okay, there's this one person that's behind the water wall, right?
Yeah, he's like half out of the water. He's up there stabbing at you.
Okay, let's show him how happy I was that he was trying to stab me while fighting the troll. So I'll kick through the water. Would you say there's any loss of force for doing that?
No, most of him's out of the water because he's been stabbing at you with a harpoon, so you can hit him without getting in the water.
All right, let's give him a smack.
Alright. You get one net hit. This will be 10p.
Yeah.
Alright, it'll take 4 physical damage. Alright, Cam, your turn.
So this
Did I
one.
have a go?
Did you? No, I think I skipped you because Dick came back, potentially. What would you like to do, Johnny? You defended. You didn't actually get to go.
That's right. I'm just gonna use my free action to try and convince. I'm just gonna be like, Celine, take your friend and run now. You won't survive this otherwise. And I'll try and convince them to just flee, these two. You'll
Okay.
die here.
Do an intimidation. Let's see what we got here. This is disastrous for the NPC. But you've got them outnumbered at the moment, and you're wielding obvious weapons. And you've caused her some pain. Take a +2 to your intimidation.
Okay, and I will pre-edge it as well. Okay.
Alright, that's okay. She's on the ground. Oh, sorry, you were doing an intimidation check. I totally don't have to roll a defense check for intimidation. That's not how that works. Let's see what I got here. 6 dice.
Do we lose our cool music?
Probably I turned it down a little bit. Probably just have the, there, I can turn it back up a little bit. Alright, you scare them quite a bit, Johnny, and the two of them begin sort of, crawling back off into the water, and jump into the pool and start to swim down, unless anybody's gonna stop them.
I think if I don't do any actions, I can use one of my simple actions to keep speaking longer, right?
I don't think so.
Is that how that works?
I think it's a complex action to do a, use a skill
Yeah,
like that.
social stuff.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Cam, we'll be back to you. Back to you two? Yeah, you kicked. Cam, we'll be back to you. Oh, sorry, Nick, you're down there. Sorry, Nick's actually next. I had moved him earlier. What do you want to do, Nick?
I'm going to secure the artifact from its ear, if I may,
Alright, you can grab the artifact and pull it out of its ear.
and I'll
Work it loose.
spend my free action just to remind everybody that we've still got one last sample to get.
Alright, Cam, what do you want to do?
All right. So far as I can tell, everybody is down, except I assume I can still tell Arachne is engaged in combat.
Yep.
So, is there room here for me? I have no idea.
Over the troll?
right in. I'm sorry, right in this region.
I probably had to move up here in order to get to its ear.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I just wanted to make sure we weren't overlapping.
Yeah, you guys can slip through. It'd be tough to step around a giant forearm troll. It takes up a lot of space, but you can get around them.
Although at this point I'm shooting past Arachne. I walk over. You got this, Arachne? That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm fine. I'm good. Blood sample coming up, Nick.
Okay. Cam shrugs. That's her turn.
Alright. This one is... Oh, he disappeared. He's gone. That guy is going to... Yeah, so these two try to crawl up and they slide back into the water and disappear underneath the water. And the one facing Arachne, though, is going to, again, try to harpoon Arachne. I think you have no more negatives left, Arachne.
That's good.
So your reaction plus intuition -1 for his reach.
I have reached 2.
I think your reach on your leg though only counts whenever you're kicking with it. I don't know that it counts whenever you're defending. That's always a
That's a
little
good
weird.
question.
I don't know. You go ahead and roll your reaction intuition. If you need it, we'll figure it out.
Okay. So 1 net.
Alright, let me double check here. Kick attack.
What's the name of that martial art?
This is the kick attack.
It's just called kick attack. Yeah, from ninjutsu.
Was it? Yeah, it's from a martial art. Okay, ninjutsu.
Yeah. A lot of them have it.
Yeah,
This
just
is lots of
say
it too.
plus
Taekwondo,
1 reach
maybe.
to basic unarmed combat actions.
Yes, I think that's more...
Combat actions?
I guess let me ask you this then: Would you allow her to do a kick attack as a interrupt action if something was leaving her threatening range?
Yeah, I don't see why not. It's an unarmed attack.
Yeah.
me
So
read it.
generally, I guess. Yeah, that would make me think so.
Let's build purchases the technique connect. Oh, that's just combined, just to give you more inks. Oh yeah, go ahead and you can roll your extra die for the kick attack.
Alright, let's go for it.
So like I'm getting messages telling me how it works.
Nope. Still 1 net.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, I see. So no, it wouldn't normally count. That's okay. It ended up not working either. Okay, so that would be 1 net hit on you with the harpoon. Believe.
Yes, and
Oh, the,
damages.
Oop, I totally got the wrong sheet up. That will be 9p and no negatives. Weirdly enough, a harpoon only has a negative to your AP if you throw it, not if you're using it for melee.
Even if you throw it physically with your arm, shoot
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, both. I think it's because it's also considered a javelin. So because if you throw it, it's got a
Yeah.
negative AP. I guess for the force, I suppose.
That's what I was gonna say. With gun shooting, it would make sense.
Not as a thrusting weapon. It doesn't have an AP. That could be Hero Lab calculating it wrong too, though. Okay, that was that guy's turn. Johnny's still on the ground. Arachne, you're gonna get 1 more shot.
Okay. Let me just calculate this real quick.
Did I have 1 turn, Johnny, or did I miscalculate this? No, Arachne had.
I only
That's-
had 10 initiative.
Yeah.
Pass.
Alright, defense check. -1. Alright, you get 4 nets. Be 13p or something like that. Let me see.
You got it.
He'll take 11 physical. That's more than enough to knock him out. Alright, what do you guys want to do?
I grab his leg, pull him from the water. Here's your blood test.
Alright. Yeah, let's get the sample, Johnny.
So while we're doing that, Cam pulls her own and goes around and grabs blood samples from the other two also. Just as backups.
Yeah,
There's
it's probably a good
only-
idea.
I'd say there's only two. Yeah, there's only two of them here
Right.
that you still have. Yeah, these two are gone.
We get, what, 10 per? I mean, I'd rather have 3 than none, just in case.
Yeah, that's fair. Grab hold of it.
Let's double time it out of here back to where we came, yeah?
Alright.
I don't want to find
sounds
out what's
good.
down this sewage drain.
See, as you see us, that was last turn, this is turn 4. So as you guys turn to start, like, running out of here, you can start moving around. As you start going down that tunnel, just as whoever is last come back, and there's just this giant, like, roaring sound as a large green scaled, like turquoise colored scale face bursts through the water. It's kind of elongated. They throws 2 hands on the edge of the pool, and there's these sounds of these kind of talons as these webbed fingers and toes hit the tail, and there's a big slap from a giant broad tail in the water. Start running.
Yeah.
Running, then swimming, as quickly as possible.
I
Alright.
assume I'm not prone anymore.
Who was you know, you get up, so I guess that's fair. You get up as this is as you get up, you see this thing burst from the water.
I didn't do it.
I'm gonna roll the d4. The Arachne's probably the least likely one to get hit.
Oh, thank God.
be fair, I was-
Alright. It's alright. Okay. So this big, tall, like angular head comes out of the water. It looks like a massive style human. It's got like all these scales, and it sees you, Cam, and narrows its slitted lizard-like eyes on you, and it just spits in your direction. This giant thing of this ocean blue water. And you guys did say you're running, so I'll consider you running. You can take your bonus for that.
It's water. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Shush you.
Give me your
Have you
reaction
ever
plus your
used
intuition
Arachne
plus 2, Cam.
on your hand before?
Hang on, I have 2 points of edge. I feel like there is a really important.
Like a tackle out of the way.
What's it called? Lucky dodge? Lucky duck? What's that one do? That's a thing
Oh,
that
that
plus
is a
2
thing.
edge.
Yeah.
Lucky duck.
It's in
lucky-
run.
I got it.
In running
Character can spend edge for a teammate for the purposes of avoiding an incoming attack. It costs 2 of my edge, and the teammate must be in range for them to see what is coming and warn their teammate. The ability, yeah.
Alright, you can lucky duck, Cam. As you see this giant Draco form come out of the water and spit a massive ball of hot water that just flies past Cam, hits the wall, and makes this horrible kind
down.
of bubbly sound like boiling water hitting surface.
Oops, sorry. Preparing to edge.
Oh, that's okay. Alright, Cam, you duck, and the water goes over you and hits the thing, and this thing makes a horrible growling noise at you, just like, ah! I don't know how to do a cross between a
Nope,
whale
not
noise.
like that. That was.
That wasn't ferocious and fierce. Be
we
filled
turn
with
and kill it.
terror.
It's fine.
Oh, damn it.
There's an ostrich laying an egg behind us. Run. No, we're terrible.
be
We're
fair.
terrible. We run. We dive. We swim.
Ostriches are pretty scary.
Alright.
Unless we want to get a 6th sample, Johnny.
You want a dragon sample? I'll
An
ask
extra
you politely.
10K.
Yeah, as you start trying to, you guys start run. As you guys start heading down the path there is these thing just starts spitting these big balls of water at you, and it pulls itself up onto the surface behind you, dragging its big long flat tail.
Go! Let me out of here!
So
Oh, Arachne, what are you doing?
You're holding us up.
I'm building tension. No, okay.
how far can you run and swim, Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
How far can I run and swim? That's a good question.
Let's see, what's your run speed? Your run speed is
So,
12 meters. That'll get you to the water.
12:24.
Alright, everyone give me those diving rolls to see how far you make it as you dive and jump in the water. Johnny, just as you hit the water, you feel that like splash of water right behind you. Your toes feel warm from the burning water that hits the ground or hits right behind you.
I'm gonna use 2 simple actions then to engage my feet webbing.
Yep.
And let's motor our way out of that. So that gives me a 1 extra times my swim modifier, which I'm not entirely sure how the swim modifier works.
It's your body or your strength, whichever, or the average of those.
I'm gonna edge that.
Alright.
Sequoia.
Or agility and strength. Average of your agility and strength.
Like, yeah, there. Now you remember your diving instructor. You gotta stop dog paddling. Go under the water. Under the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I have
6.
no idea how to average 6 and 3.
That's okay. We'll stick with
my
your swim speed
basic
for
math
now.
has gone far.
Just do your diving check. We'll add to that.
Oh, diving check itself?
Diving. Do some diving. Start swimming, man. Everyone else has
Not
run
the
and jumped in
swim
the
dive?
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's swimming only if you're above water. If you're underwater, it's diving. You're holding us in suspense, Johnny. Alright.
Alright.
That's alright. You dive underwater and begin swimming away. You guys turn the corner there. As you do, Arachne, there is one of those guys you saw earlier, the green guys. And he swims toward you and is going to try to grapple you. He swims up and tries to grab a hold of Arachne as you're trying to swim away. Give me your reaction plus intuition, Arachne! Fantastic. With that, it's a glancing blow. I don't think that's enough though. He got 0 net hits. His strength.
Needs a net hit to do something too.
Yeah, he doesn't have a net hit. So unfortunately, he's got his hands on you, grabs hold of you, Arachne, but you see him coming. What do you want to do?
Well, he put his hands on me, so that's bad. So, can I fire this harpoon thing at him while still going past him?
Do you have a harpoon or your assault rifle?
No, I have a harpoon.
Oh, is that what you've been firing the whole time? You've been doing kick attacks the whole time. Never mind. Yeah, you
because
can
I'm not good with harpoon.
you can fire the harpoon. It'll be a -5 in total, 2 for the water and then 3 because you're in melee with him. But I think you can actually also stab with a harpoon. I don't know if with a harpoon gun you can.
Yep, it uses the blade skill.
Okay, fantastic. You can stab him with a harpoon, or if you have blades.
Let's go with that then.
All right, if you do
Blades will
that,
actually be better.
yeah, then it would. Then you don't have to worry about the -3. Just the -2 for attack actions. Your strength is going to be 6.
So 4 on blades.
Alright. Alright, let's give him his defense check. Defense! So you got 4. He tied you, unfortunately.
That's fine. We
Alright.
both had our chances.
Yeah,
See ya, sucker.
well, you can't get past him. He's blocking the way from you.
There's a goddamn dragon behind us. That's not an acceptable answer.
Nick, so you can just see, like, Arachne's got full body in the space, is trying to move down this hall, and now she's grappling with someone or trying to harpoon somebody in front of her.
This would be a great time to be able to do push. I don't know if I can get in a place to do it, or if I can push Arachne and then
You
proxy
can-
push.
You can push Arachne if you.
Alright, so I'm gonna do the simple action push.
Yeah, do your unarmed combat, and +2, I believe you have a superior position on Arachne terrain.
Yeah,
Or at least
go
survived
for
her.
it. And he gets another +2 because half my bones are made of titanium. Use that. Use that as an advantage.
Just give it bonuses.
So yeah, the +2 I gave you would actually would offset the -2 from the water, so yours, just whatever your unarmed pool is.
Alright.
Push, alright. Let's see. Give him a -2 for this. Alright, you get 1 net hit. Arachne, what is your body? And Nick, what is your strength?
My body is 4.
My
Alright.
strength is 5.
Alright, what is the mechanical purposes of push?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mechanically they're gonna move outside of my reach minimum, but they move net hits in meters.
Okay. Damage, okay.
I believe I can. I think I can walk. No, yeah, I guess I could, but yeah, they move
Alright.
net hit in
That's
meters.
enough to shove him back a little bit and shove Arachne forward. You're probably not far behind. But it will let somebody get into that space if you want to move in that space to see the person trying to block the path. Johnny and Cam, you can do anything if you want to.
I got nothing.
Alright.
Just really hoping Johnny moves forward. Let's keep this train going.
I'd encourage some melee teamwork tests possibly for the next
I'll
push.
keep pushing. Yeah, I'll help
Keep
push.
Everyone's pushing. You just got a
Time to go,
conga.
time to go, time to go.
Just got a conga line going.
Yeah, if we could just like stack teamworks for a push, or just individually push out, if you'll allow either of those.
You can stack your teamwork, so you guys can roll your unarmed combat if you got it. Johnny and Cam just start shoving each other forward.
Heck yeah.
That guy's going to try to harpoon Arachne, even though he's been shoved back a little bit. Give me your reaction with intuition, Arachne. Alright, you managed to fend him off. You next, Arachne.
Okay. So on the speaker says, I will be the drill that pierces this guy. And I look back to you guys. Push!
Yeah, so we're all gonna assist Arachne in a push check essentially.
So we would roll for this push check?
Just do your unarmed combat. Plus,
okay.
plus what's your net? What's your unarmed skill? 6.
It's 5, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing the jutsu doesn't apply.
No,
Actually,
it
were we
wouldn't apply-
taking water minuses?
You should take
minuses
the
for
water
the water?
minuses, but I think between you and Nick, and Cam still hasn't rolled. I think you guys got her to the, or no, Cam did roll. You guys got her to
Cam
the 5, yeah. So take your +5, Arachne.
Okay.
Be a +3, I guess, actually, with the offset of water. But you already accounted for that.
Oh, I already
for
minus
macro.
2, yeah.
So yeah, dude, you can do the 5.
So another 5. So 7.
All right. 7 in total. I suppose you can keep all those.
Yeah, because it's been a physical, I have 8.
Alright, he gets 2. So that's another 5 meters. You guys just shove him backwards, almost all the way to the thing. And do you want to push him into the portal?
No, he should stay behind and explain to the dragon how he failed.
Alright,
Yeah.
you just
How big is this dragon? Is it able to fit in here?
the person the dragon you saw come out of the water, yeah, had a big angular head. It
I actually don't want to find out.
alright. it was
I'm already gone.
It looked like just a little smaller than the troll from the waist up with the giant tail. It probably could fit in here, but you can start swimming. Alright, so you guys dive into the pool. You get swimming. Come out the other
Reaction
side.
to flip this guy off.
Or flip that guy off. He tries to stab you, Johnny, as you free action to flip him off.
Way to go, Johnny. You're gonna lose a finger now.
You go down the water slide, back out the other side. Do you remember how to get out of here? That's the question. Where's your icon? Oh god, why did I do that?
I saw as we're going. I said, I saw an entrance in the tunnel that'll lead us back to the first floor. Just go left instead of right when we go back up
See
that
the
tunnel.
glow stick?
Yeah, the glow stick.
Where you going? Where you going? Oh god, alright,
Yeah, we go.
Get there.
So he just took off into the distance.
There we go this way.
You can keep moving. Keep going fast. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Just want to make sure you
up
remember
here.
where to go. Alright.
Sorry, when I went too fast for people. Yep, up here.
Give me another
And now
diving. Give me another diving check for this floor. I just want to see how fast you guys move through it.
At some point, I should stop playing dice games and just assume I'll get 2 hits on any test that isn't combat.
Yep. Just take 2.
Oh,
That'll
whoops.
be your new phrase.
Take 2 action.
Alright, let me see how they do.
Looks like I used the point of edge for that.
Use a point of edge. Did you intend to use a point of edge?
I didn't. No.
How many dice do you have
Oh,
in it?
That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so all of those successes are in my first 8 anyway.
Alright, so you don't have to use your point of edge. All but probably the. Oh no, you had 8. Okay. All probably that last
Yeah,
I
one.
2
accidentally-
6s.
Alright.
Accidentally dragged that exclamation mark from the end of emergency exit and onto the.
Alright, so you guys hear this like swishing sound coming from south of you as you get to that hole, and this other like sonic watery screech as you see that giant oh, that's not giant. You see that dragon face turn the corner and be coming at you. It's got legs, it's got hands, it's clawing, it's swimming through the water with its webbed fingers, and its big flat tail is swishing back and forth like an alligator as it comes at you.
It's making ground, you said?
It is making a lot of ground on you. What do you want to do?
We shouldn't talk Arachne out of her bringing explosives. We yeah, I mean, once we're here, I'm telling people, look for the glow stick. We can head straight to that first floor.
looks
When
like
has
it's-
Arachne ever listened to you?
Looks like if you don't do something fast, it's gonna catch you though, as it got 8 hits on its diving check, unfortunately. So what do you want to do? What would you do to try to slow it down?
Suppressive fire, and I'll tell everybody to go past me.
Alright, you can suppressive fire.
I mean, I don't know. Give me the fucking starfish. Like I don't have anything to kill a dragon. It's not exactly what we were equipped to handle.
Alright, go ahead and give me the suppressive fire. Alright.
It's on my edge already. Okay.
Alright, let me see what I got. Oh, it's edge, right?
Reaction plus edge.
Yep. That actually works a little better for you. Let's see.
I mean, the hope was that it would stop for a second. The fact that it's going through the suppression will mean that it probably takes 0 damage because of distance, and it'll just eat me.
Alright, you start doing suppressive fire. It is going to roll its reaction plus edge. So it continues to come through your suppressive fire. What do you guys want to do? Who goes in the hole first? Gonna make a stand? You guys going in the hole?
Make a stand against a dragon? Did it take any damage from the suppressive fire?
It does not look like it's
That's
taking any damage from the suppressive fire. It's just like doing circles around through the bullets and going
be
up and
right
down
back
and
for
coming
you,
straight
Nick.
at you.
Yeah, Nick's yelling at you to run.
Go, go, go! I wave like Cam and Arachne down.
Would this be a good time for the pink nade?
Oh, yes, absolutely yes.
How far can you throw underwater? 2 feet?
Doesn't really matter. Just leave it and roll down the tunnel.
Yeah, that's upset. Are they motion detected, or how do you got them set? Wireless ain't gonna
I
be
think
that
this
much help right
one-
now.
Yeah, I think this one is basically timer. It's the same ones I used to cover up the basilisk's mirrors.
Okay. So you drop the prank grenade. I think Johnny, it sounds like, is going up the tunnel. Cam, what are you doing?
Cam goes into the tunnel.
Cam
I
goes
was
in-
gonna grab Nick by the back of the suit and drag him down.
I,
Or
you.
up. This is this is
Yeah,
down.
that one's up. That one's up. They would probably be pretty tough to get a hold of him and try to drag him with you. Go ahead. Arachne, throw the pink grenade. Let's see.
Free action to Nick. Boom, and run.
All right. Nick, go ahead and give me a defense check. Alright. Got any edge left?
Still not.
Alright. Let's see. 11p. -4 as you get blasted with just this wave of like hot water comes out of its mouth and shoots at you.
-4, does chemical protection factor into this from our suits? Is it acid?
Nope, it's not acid.
Okay.
It's more of this boiling hot water. Alright.
That's some good successes.
That is a good roll. Alright. What are you doing now? Go back to you, Todd. Sorry, Nick, 9 to 5. What are you doing?
I mean, this thing's in my face now, right? Like, it didn't do anything.
It did not do any. It spit a big ball of like boiling hot water at you. It's
Sorry,
not yet in melee range
my
with you now.
attack didn't slow it down
Yeah,
whatsoever. It didn't
your
even
attack
hesitate.
didn't. Nope, your attack did not slow it down, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna stop trying to do things and continue with running like we were originally doing.
Alright. You begin sliding up the hole.
I'll
see.
throw the, if I can, I'll throw the starfish thingy at it.
I think that's still on Johnny's back. He's
I
already.
seem to recall I took it
somebody
for some
took it.
reason.
Somebody took it.
Oh, did
when
you?
we were
Okay,
trying to find out if that rock wall was magical as well.
That's right. I thought you put
Don't
it
we
in
need
Johnny's.
to be able to get out of the rock still?
I thought you put it in Johnny's backpack.
Okay, sure. Yeah, then I just run.
All right. Go ahead and give me another diving check. Alright, let's see, I'm just missing Arachne. So you guys probably hear farther down behind you this like sound as the pink grenade explodes. And there's this kind of sonic wail coming from down the ground. So you imagine whatever you left behind there is now covered in paint. And you begin sliding up the hole. Arachne, you still here?
Yep.
Give me your diving skill.
Diving? Ah, okay.
Alright. You guys can hear it you can hear it making noise down beneath you. You can hear this cluster of sound, but you are sliding back up the tunnel. You turn the left corner, you see the glow stick, and you can slide back up the other tunnel, now on the south side where you'd originally come in at.
Alright. It's down and to the right.
You can hear it now sliding up that tunnel, and this whole kind of like sonic screech coming up the tunnel after you. Though it seems to be slowed down a bit.
You got any more of those things, Arachne?
Uh-huh. Dropping another one. Let's go.
Another one. Let's go.
Go.
Stop typing, Johnny. Get to moving.
I'm trying to actually find myself on the map. I'm not
Oh.
typing at the moment.
Sorry, you're down there.
We keep swapping sides on the map, so I keep moving like the turn order and everything to the other side.
It's alright. That
Go, go, go,
lobster's
dragon's
sitting,
coming.
the
Now's your
lobster's
chance,
sitting in your
Arachne.
way.
Scoop up dinner.
It makes a pinching
Come on,
motion at
sample.
you. It holds its pinchers up threateningly and starts clicking.
Take a blood sample.
I take
Did I hit
a
it? I
Oh
found
god. You harpoon.
Oh, you did not. Look at the defense on that.
Damn it!
Poor-
Freaking commie lobsters.
In fact, with two hits, it grabs the harpoon out of the air and it holds it at Nick menacingly.
Oh god, that's an adept power. Can we swim
I'm not
over
sure.
the adept lobster?
No, let's go. Let's go.
You can swim
This
over
place
the
is
adept
sure.
lobster.
Yeah.
If you'd let me, I'd grab my flashlight out of my bag, flick
Mhm.
it on, and throw it into that room.
The flashlight? Oh, into the room? Okay, you
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah. Into this room? The one with the
Yeah.
snakes? Alright.
So just, even if it's like just a moment of temporary confusion, it might buy us a bit of time.
Alright. You guys get outside into the fresh air. Or, well, not the fresh air, the fresh
What?
water, if you will.
Where were we?
Well,
Yeah,
actually, this was just into the tunnel system, wasn't it? Getting out this way?
yeah,
now
that
we're
just
back
got
into
you
the
back.
honeycomb tunnels.
The honeycomb caves. Give me a navigation check, Johnny. Plus 2.
Can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was Cam who was the navigator.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
was
Cam's
just
the
help-
navigator. Whichever
Johnny
direction
just
you wanted
knows
to
which way
go.
north is.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I just know where north is, so I'll assist that with my roll of wherever you are, navigation there.
Can't believe we went an adept lobster. Anyone it tasted delicious, Arachne?
I know. I'm a little sad.
Alright.
But not
We
good
got
that far.
2 extra.
North is that way, Cam. Take a +4 in total with Johnny's bonus.
Cam, not now! Not now, Cam!
Do you have any edge, sir?
They have. Yes.
You may want to reduce that to not a glitch, or we can find out what happens.
Nope. Nope. we're gonna use that edge. Yep.
Alright. Cam, Johnny points back out. Cam takes you the wrong direction and back around. You now have... Let me double check this. You guys only have about... As you get lost in the catacombs, as you might expect, before you finally exit and get out. You've exited completely in a different spot than where you went in at. And you've got less than 10 minutes on your air tanks.
Those of you with diving knowledge, will we die while resurfacing?
Let's
We are
roll
at
it.
20 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So... I lost the page.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too.
136 was it?
Yeah, it's 157
Dive.
if you're looking for the diving stuff. The scuba diving, you need to do an intuition plus diving, and then your threshold is your depth divided by 10 to round it up. So
And we
Yeah,
can
We're
teamwork
we're
that, as I
resurfacing
recall.
some
Yes.
salad-
yes,
salt-
I think
salad
it's
water.
only the person who one person can do it essentially if you stay in a team, and you can teamwork it. So it's a pretty
Yeah, so-
low threshold. Good luck.
Yeah, if it's only 20 meters, then yeah, that's like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Threshold 2. And I can give them a quick rundown on how to do that. With
Only one person
yeah,
needs
I
to
got
make.
it.
Yeah, only one person needs to make the test if you agree to stay together in a group.
Alright, so let's all assist Johnny and watch some of the the monitors and the contraptions and have him lead us up.
I should have gotten the nav.
Jesus, Cam.
Wow, you got better diving than me. Maybe we should have just assisted you. But I can take 4 of those.
There you go. You got him.
Diving plus intuition, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
diving
is, yeah.
plus intuition.
Diving plus intuition. Yeah. What is your intuition? Jesus.
Is that diving ranks plus intuition? Shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
diving
Yeah.
ranks
No,
plus
I did that
intuition.
wrong. Yep, my bad.
That's okay. You
Lop off the last two.
Alright, so that's still
So
5
that's
hits.
still good. Yeah.
Yeah, you still got enough to.
Didn't think
was-
that through. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Were you assisting or was that your that was your diving check, right?
That's me assisting. That is the teamwork.
Alright, go ahead and do it, Johnny. Take up your
And
ranks
we
and
make the threshold.
Alright, you managed to successfully resurface. Now give me just a normal swim check. Like not diving, swimming. I'm gonna
Oh,
make
no.
one last check to see if you can get out of here without being chased by a Draco form. That'd be your swimming plus your strength.
Really?
That's beautiful. Alright.
Don't forget we're in diving armor.
That is correct.
I blame the metal harpoons that are sticking onto my legs and bodies.
That's fair.
You
That's
should
fair.
get hit by dragon acid or something.
Alright, you guys surface up to the swim, begin to swimming toward the ship. You see way off in the distance, and you hear behind you this loud, like, screeching sound as something starts to crest the waves. It is far off. It's probably about... you're out in open water now. It's probably about 20 meters, but you see it quickly swimming towards you.
Is it covered in fluorescent pink?
I'll say is it also just hot.
It has some pink to it every so often when
Swam
it
through.
comes up. It is moving super fast through the water.
We got torpedoes, right?
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even-
Fire the photon torpedoes, Arachne.
Does anyone have a flare?
I do. I don't know that I would have
Let's
brought
see.
it though. I guess if my instructor recommended bringing the flare, I like literally have a flare launcher.
I was considering that as well, but I wasn't sure how that would work underwater.
But you've got a sealed backpack. You could probably keep it in there. But I think flare guns are made for survival uses, right? So could be wrong, but
Sure,
What the
flare, but
actually?
it's,
I've got a survival kit. Would that have an emergency flare in it? Let me just quickly look that up.
I don't know if it does. But if you guys literally have a flare gun, I'm sure one of you could have put it in the back of his pack.
Yep, I bought a flare gun the last time I went on a boat.
Oh, nice.
Cool. All right.
Alright, this is a tool not intended for combat. I love those things to say that. So you fire a flare gun into the air. What color is it?
Purple.
Alright, a purple flare flies up the air. And you see the ship turn and start moving toward you. Or it starts moving in your direction. It's a faster ship. And it
Faster
is-
than a Draco form?
It is currently faster. It is currently faster than the Draco form. He did not get that many hits on his swimming.
Now that
And-
we've resurfaced, can I send Hermed a message to let him know that the Draco form's in the water?
Yeah. I guess if you have your comm link, you can send him a message and start swimming that way. The ship will get up to you. You hear the sounds of like sniper rifles firing over your heads, whatever is in the water, and you actually see like this big, like almost whaling harpoon, like being shot from a giant troll on board. And
This is
the
white whale.
and the Draco form dives underneath the water, and this is the ship gets up to you. They sit down a smaller that lamprey. One guy, the Ahmed, like is driving the lamprey, comes up. You guys can clamber inside. He pulls the wheel aside and ship drives it back to the ship. While there's a hail of gunfire, like trying to shoot the Draco form that is currently spitting hot water over your heads. This is big breath of water. And you get back on the ship, lamprey and all, and they turn tail. Actually, they don't. They abandon the lamprey. They're not going to take the time to pull that back on. They just throw down a rope long enough for you guys to get back in. And you see Ahmed like throw down a grenade into the lamprey as they scuttle it.
Let's quickly anchor here to recover this lamprey.
Yeah, no, they're not doing that. So they turn and begin sailing away. You will all get back to Seattle in some days' time. They actually take a longer way around this time to avoid going a direct route. You're on board the ship.
Probably just like collapse on the deck.
You're gonna collapse. Hey, Nick, can you come over here and help me? I've got 3 harpoons sticking out of me, and I don't want to turn off my thingy. Not yet.
All right, leave it on.
I'll take a seat, keep chest heaving, trying to suck in as much air as I can.
Alright. How's Cam feeling?
Cam's kind of super stoked. That was the second most exciting thing that's ever happened. That was awesome.
Awesome. Come here. I got a harpoon. I'm gonna stick in you.
Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright. You guys notice that you're actually not headed back towards Seattle by like this second day, as you guys start getting medical attention and treatment, and you're actually headed in the other direction. And after nearly a week or so more on the water, and Ahmed will have told you that you're not going back to Seattle via boat. He actually takes you into the Mediterranean, and you go to Constantinople.
Circumnavigating the globe.
Just on a ship. It's the dream, right?
Why are we going? Well,
To meet your employer.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. Might want to because there's someone here that doesn't like us.
Who?
A certain lady.
Yeah,
why do
it's
you
nice.
why do you say words, Arachne?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
why do you say us?
Well, he just gives you a look like none of my business.
Oh, yeah, good.
So after this kind of long trip, you end up in Constantinople. You end up in the district which Arachne has been to before. That's full of all those wonderful things you can buy. It's a massive bazaar that has everything from assault rifles to assault cannons. You can buy a tank if you're so inclined, or perhaps an aircraft destroyer. Anything you want.
Did we get paid yet? I want a tank.
You want a tank?
Yeah, I'm sure I get it pretty cheap here. Should be too expensive. How much is a tank? I ask a guy.
I'll tell you. Oh, it's 500,000. Or $500,000.
What?
Depends on the quality you want.
Nick, can you lend me 450,000?
Hold on, did he say 500,000 or $500,000, depending on the quality?
His English is
Arachne,
not
this
so
guy's a
good.
panhandler. He's selling bagels. Let's go. We'll find you a real thing somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Bye, sir. Mister.
I mean, 500,000 is only 500,000, so.
I know. That was the price range you gave. $500,000 to 500,000.
Alright, so you go to the Grand Bazaar and walked through it, and you were taken to what used to be a tall apartment complex. And it still kind of looks like that on the outside. You see guys in black and white camo standing outside with just assault rifles openly guarding it. And inside, you realize very quickly after kind of the little bit of a crummy entrance, you enter a building that is a beautiful modern style office. It's all like nice furnishings. It's very clean inside. And you were taken to the office of a woman who's currently wearing a head covering. She has dark brown eyes, She's obviously Turkish. She has this lovely, friendly smile, and she introduces herself, or she says, "Hello, it's nice to meet you finally."
Nice to meet you. I got one of those, but I left it at home. I didn't think I needed to bring it with me.
Oh, you did not need to bring it. Do you have the items that I asked for?
Johnny.
We absolutely do, and I will withdraw the 4 samples of mine. We've also got a few spare samples. Some of them double up, but the more the merrier, right? And then I'll look to the rest of you to present your stuff. And I believe that our esteemed man 9 to 5 here has the ring you were looking for. Or did you put that in my bag? I can't remember. That all got pretty hectic.
I don't think we had a chance to get it in your bag, but
No.
I'm sure it was eventually. So we'll show the ring and a fancy little starfish.
Alright, you hand her the ring and realize you also have the starfish. You pull it out and like start kind of to hand it to her.
Just tell her there's something else we found within its lair. It
Yeah.
seemed to allow the ability to pass through some of its illusions.
Yeah, but the adept lost her. He got away.
The what got away?
The adept lobster.
She looks a little surprised when you mention an adept lobster. Didn't believe I asked for a lobster. I don't think we have need for that, but I appreciate the interest. Anyway, my name is Asli, and I will be your contact if you come to this clinic. And she puts a hand out and she pulls up an AR menu and she starts, makes a few taps, and then she stands up and she walks out of the room. She takes you up an elevator to the next floor, and you are let in, or you find an open kind of waiting area that's all very nice, and there's a window that displays like an observation window, and you can see inside like the makings of this modern day like Deltaware clinic, like shadow clinic. You just see people moving around in there, look like employees. They're dressed in scrubs or lab coats or whatnot, and then you see like everything is very modern, very beautiful. She explains we have contacts throughout the corporations and the shadow communities that keep our research intact. We on the surface we appear to be a shell company for Global Sandstorm, but we actually have our own connections on the back end.
So you're real? This is all real?
I think so. And she looks through the window. Was there any doubt?
Yes.
I mean, in our line of work, you kind of maintain a certain level of skepticism for these sorts of pipe dreams. You must understand.
I see. Well, no. Be assured that this is all very legitimate, up to a point. We obviously don't advertise that we're a shadow clinic, but it's no complete secret here. On the surface, we're a company that does genetic research, especially for, and she shakes one of the vials that you guys had given her. She still had it in her hand. Particularly when looking for surge traits or other paracritters. These samples will go a long way in our research.
Well, with the kind of money you throw at collecting these samples, I'm sure that you'll find our services available to you in the future.
I hope so.
Speaking of,
Yes?
speaking of the payment,
Oh, of course. And she pulls up an AR screen and makes a few taps, and then you all have money deposited into your account. So there, it is done. Should be as we agreed.
A pleasure doing business with you.
You didn't ask for it, and we're happy to have the job completed. But I did get a sample of a weird green plant, and I'll produce the slushy vial.
Oh, she'll take it from you.
Some of the changelings seem to be interacting with it. I don't know what it is, but then yeah.
Interesting. She'll take it and just she looks at it several times and she'll like I'll make sure to give this to someone in our lab department. Genetical research is not my specialty, but they might have use for it. It came out of her lair.
It did. We saw a few of them.
Fantastic.
And I'll like describe the plant.
She kind of looks like she's making really quick notes in AR while you describe it, and she says, "Fantastic. I'm sure this will be put to good use." It's awakened kale. It's quite tasty. I hear. No, she doesn't. She doesn't know what she doesn't recognize the name of the plant or after you describe it. It's like, well, from here we'll get you all cleaned up, and then we will have you flown back to Seattle. We have our own private contacts there that should be able to get you here anytime you need. Naturally, make sure you schedule well in advance.
So we are required to come out here. Should we need any work done?
Absolutely. This is where the facility's at. But don't worry. We'll make sure that all gets handled through your fixer.
Good. One important question though. You have gene tanks here, right?
Of course.
So if I gotta stay in one of your tanks for 3 days, do you guys provide ramen?
No. Normally you're fed through a tube when you're in a tank.
But could you? Because this place looks really nice. I'm sure you guys could find a way to do it. What do you think? Think it's doable?
That's not my department, but perhaps.
Okay, we can put it as a suggestion then, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. See, I knew Tropic was holding on me.
She seems a little confused by this. You must be. Yes, right. You're Arachne. I remember your profile now. It said something about ramen. I didn't know that it was. That explains
It's soul
so
food.
Much.
It's really special.
Yes, of course. Any other questions?
That sounds good. I look forward to getting my first installation done. I haven't decided what yet. Oh wait, you got laser arms?
I'm gonna like grab Arachne and be like, you know what? No, we just need to rest a bit.
Sure, of course. She'll back this way. I'll make arrangements for my office. I'll have a car come pick you up, and you can stay on us for the night.
Nick will probably ask for more like clarification about like just how far in advance he has to make arrangements because he does have a list.
Alright. She'll say, I'll take your list now, if you have it handy, or you can make one before you leave tomorrow.
I reach into my breast pocket and pull out a piece of paper and hand it to her.
She takes it from you, gingerly. It's good to see a man who comes prepared.
He just said it kind of has like a look of a bit of relief and probably still a little bit of shock as he's like just sort of looking around the clinic. But he'll like nod at her.
So like, she didn't say no to the laser arm, right?
No, she didn't say no yet.
I don't know if we have laser arms, so we can look into that. Absolutely. I don't take care of most of the booking, but we'll look into it for certain. She's very if not still a little confused at this very, very eager street Sam who wants laser arms. Alright, any other questions? If not, you will be taken via cab to a kind of private hotel and given discreet lodging for the evening. Anything you had left on the boat will be returned to you, and you will be offered tickets on a private flight back to Seattle on the following day.
I will see if there is work that they can do to me before I go, so I might stay a few extra days here if they've got the time.
Okay.
But I was looking to get an implanted smart link.
Alright, yeah, you can make some arrangements with her and she'll put you on a schedule to try to get you bumped up early so that you can do your upgrades.
And I will stay and enjoy the town until
Alright.
that appointment comes due.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a nice little town. There's lots of culture and different areas to go to if you've not been to Constantinople. And there's you will have free lodging for the few nights that you're here.
What language do they speak there?
Primarily Turkish.
Turkish?
Yep. In some of the more affluent neighborhoods and stuff like that, you can still find a smattering of English and whatnot around, though. And then if you go to the bazaars and stuff, they tend to speak a spattering of about every language you can imagine, because if you have money and want money, you learn the language. That's
It's a massive trading port on the Mediterranean.
yeah,
kinda
pretty
get
much. It's a massive black market on the Mediterranean. You can literally just walk through the bazaar and somebody will try to sell you an assault rifle. Or
Huh.
Last time I was here, they tried to give me 2-for-1 rocket launchers.
there is a fighter jet on display.
You know what? With free flights out to Budapest, that'd be interesting.
Budapest. I don't know why you're going to Budapest.
Sorry.
Or Constantinople.
Yeah, Constantinople.
Alright. Does anyone have anything else you want to do? Otherwise, you have successfully completed the last of the Delta grade jobs. I will hand out contacts after this run. Everybody made 18,750 if I did my math right, plus 6 karma. Did I math right on that?
You can't see it, but my draw is dropping right now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I didn't think
I
we
almost-
made that much, but yeah, okay, cool, I'll take it.
I'll do
Good
the math
amount.
again. I think that's what it came out to.
So Nick, what are you getting done? Are you getting like laser legs or laser talent or laser chest plate or anything laser?
I don't think I have room for laser or anything.
Alright. I'm gonna stop the stream if you got nothing else.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Everybody who did one of these runs or signed up, I will be in contact with you later about getting a contact. Good job. Delta grade unlocked.